Welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens, an actual play podcast. Every episode micro-plot is a complete adventure with a beginning and an end that fits into the overarching macro-plot of the whole season. Because they stand sturdily on their own, you can listen to these adventures in any order, and can skip any you don't enjoy. Today we are playing using the combat mechanics from a game called Salvage Union. You play as a salvager mech pilot who scours the wasteland for salvage and scrap-built mechs. It's our first time playing, so we might make some mistakes. We'd like to say a special thank you to the game's creator who sent us a promotional copy to play. Listeners, you can buy a copy of Salvage Union at leyline.press. That's LEYLINE.press, and play a game with your friends. Speaking of friends, today I am joined by Nugh the Silent.
Huh?
And can the player describe what Nugh looks like?
Nugh, yes. Nugh is a 6'3" or so, maybe 6'4", flesh golem. His skin is kind of a grayish, greenish. He's wearing a brown suit that is stained by grave dirt. And he is basically patched together from parts of other people. Totally not scary at all.
What class in Salvage Union are you playing today?
I am playing the Hauler class.
Nice. Ozob de Putz.
Hi guys, my name is Ozob de Putz. I am playing the Soldier class today. And I have nice green skin, the yellowish of toenails. Also, the best of mud is all over my body, I'd love to say. And I am especially stinky, as always, on this fine day. Nice to meet everyone.
Nice to meet you, too. And Colette de Winter.
Hello, everyone. Good to meet you. Well, most of you. Colette is a young woman in her mid-20s. Any similarity to younger Anne Hathaway, totally coincidental. She's also got really long brown hair with like a white streak in it. She is dressed in like a tan salvager outfit, but she also has a few brown and black bows in her hair and on her chest. And yeah, that's Colette.
And what class are you playing?
I'm playing a scout today, so Colette's a scout.
Excellent. So listeners, you can get a rule book and follow along. Woo. We are playing Salvage Union in a one-shot game today. So I'll say this. Because this is a one-shot game, I, the GM, have decided that I'm skipping the crafting downtime during our session today. Crafting time requirements can apply in more than one-shot games. Please do be aware. But for this one shot, we're going to skip that time requirement for crafting so that we can be able to see the crafting mechanic in today's game. Are there any questions about that house ruling?
Nope.
Excellent. Okay, let's start the game. You three are on a train, sitting in seats next to one another. Guasso has quite the network of trains, and for a low price, you were able to take one way out here to the Havas Sands. For anyone curious, this is near Mine X0347, which was in past adventures Minesweepers and To Coboldly Go. This region is dry and mountainous. Imagine the mountains of Arizona. Red rock, sparse dry bushes with brittle needles, cacti, brown earth in between spaced out sage bushes, unobstructed views all the way to the blue ridges on the horizon. That's the scenery you're all able to see out the window of the train as it slows down. The train is slowing down because you're almost at your stop. You remember the words on the flyer that brought you here. The flyer was written by Nugh, who had taken a prepaid job from someone named Zara Q. It said, quote, Zara is hiring adventurers to help her retrieve relics that are newly harvestable due to a series of earthquakes in the Havas Sands. Short-term job, retrieve the relics, give them to Zara, and come home. Prepaid $4,000 each for 2 days estimated time. I'll read that again so you all can write this down. Zara is hiring adventurers to help her retrieve relics that are newly harvestable due to a series of earthquakes in the Havas Sands. Short-term job, retrieve the relics, give them to Zara, and come home. Prepaid $4,000 each for 2 days estimated time. Does anyone want a part of that repeated?
I've got a really good memory.
All right. The train comes to a stop.
Well, it's about time we get off this moving death sentence. I mean, if people were meant to take trains, we'd have wheels instead of feet. That's my honest opinion. Right, Nugh?
Huh?
Exactly, Nugh. Thank you very much.
Colette's just not replying. She looks like she's a little off-put by the two of you.
Don't worry, we find you just as off-putting. I mean, you don't have, like, strange patches of skin all over your body. You're not green, so, you know, you're weird. And but you have pretty hair, I'll give you that.
Well, of course I do.
Oh, really?
It's a nightmare to keep up, but that's why I try to go ahead of everybody else.
I see, yes, you know. And you know what? Hear about this. Your hair is so pretty that if you die, I will make sure to bring the hair back to your people so they can mourn your hair properly.
You know what? Maybe you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, because I really like that idea.
Oh, okay. Thank you. See, I'm full of good ideas. Right, Nugh?
Nugh puts his big meaty hand on Colette's shoulder and just says, "Birthday."
That's right. That's right, Nugh. Birthday indeed.
And my next birthday, I'll be turning 21.
Ooh. I'll be turning 3. I'm going to be an old miser.
The word birthday came out not from his mouth, but from a little voice box on a collar that he wears under his shirt.
Oh, does it sound electronic? Like it's synthetic? Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
I can't tell the difference between his synthetic voice and his normal voice. They're both quite robotic and beautiful. So, should we be on our way?
Uh-huh.
All right, onwards, Nugh, to victory and to body shielding properties.
We exit the train.
Yes.
Excellent. Standing outside the train on the brown earth, next to a brittle scrub brush, is a woman with thick raccoon eyeshadow. Her black hair is tied behind her in a braid. She's incredibly thin. She looks at you fiercely and asks, "Fire-breathing kittens?"
Yes, ma'am. We are fire-breathing kittens, and I'm going to show her our seal on my arm.
"I am Zara. Follow me to Bastion." She starts walking towards what in our world would be called an RV. It's like a band tour bus. Long, all decked out, big. The wheels look a bit funky, more like a hovercraft than wheels. This is definitely an all-terrain RV. She pokes her head out and glares at you from the doorway. "Allons-y, slowpokes."
Actually, it's Ozob. And then I walk in.
I follow Ozob into the RV. I hold the door for Colette.
Colette kind of holds her breath in a little bit, but then goes in.
I think a lot of people hold their breath around Ozob.
I don't know why. Otherwise, you can't smell my glorious musk. But on a separate issue, do you have a child seat for me?
Oh, so inside, it's not, so you're all inside, and with a lurch, you're moving. It's not like your typical RV. This is like Mary Poppins' bag, or the TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside. And whoo boy, are there toys in here. The place you step inside more closely resembles the Bat Cave, or an aircraft hangar than an RV. You see mechs, robot suits you can climb inside and pilot. Zara gestures impatiently for you to do so and climbs into a cat mech, like Voltron. Everyone please describe the pilot suit you don and the mech that best catches your eye that you climb into.
I guess then I'm going to view all of them. These are too spick and span and clean. Finally, some class. I'm going to turn towards a really rusty humanoid looking mech that's much shorter than the others, that has a chainsaw arm, a spear, and a bunch of other armaments. And so this is it. I'm going to call him the Rusty Goblin, because that is honestly the best thing about goblins. They're always kind of musky, but since this guy's a robot, I'll make him rusty. So I'm going to climb into that one.
And what's the name of your chassis?
The chassis is called the Rusty Goblin.
Oh, like in the book?
Oh, no. It's not called that in the book. I'm so sorry. It's called Brawler.
Nice.
This looks like a good one for running away from enemies, right?
It might be fast, but not as fast as this one, Colette says. So Colette, she's going to don I guess the closest I could describe it, if there's one available, kind of Catwoman-ish. Whatever looks the nicest, but I imagine that's the most utilitarian she can get. The mech that she's using, it is called the chassis name is Mizona, and it is a light hover drone or hover mech. So she will be flying in that guy, and she's gonna name the mech Daphne.
Very cool.
And standing there is what looks like a oversized version of Nugh. It's big. It's got the same sort of shape of the head and the face, but make it steampunk. So there's like tubes, like metal tubes and gears and probably like valves and things for powering stuff and no, it goes up. Otherwise, it doesn't have like a chainsaw or anything. It's got two legs, two arms, kind of a face, right? And Nugh gets into that one and starts moving around in it. It is not that you would necessarily know, but he writes on a slate. Before he hops in and says, at this on the slate, it just says, Nugh 3001.
A good reference. Excellent. Colette, you notice a name tag on your pilot suit. It says, which I believe was a Catwoman, so this is amazing. It says, Nimble.
She says, well, I see somebody anticipated my arrival. So she's very happy with that because she considers herself nimble.
At this stage in the adventure, I've got a list of questions and answers. Is there anything you talked to Zara about on your way there?
Yeah. Colette will just be asking kind of general questions about what kind of relics have been uncovered by this earthquake.
The relics are from a civilization that used to live here. You see, the earthquakes opened a rift in the ground that exposed some long-buried ancient ruins. When this area was lush and fertile years ago, people lived here, and when they moved away, they left behind their stuff. We are going to the rift and then down into it to see what was buried deep down there that is now exposed. I wasn't the only one to think of this idea, though, so we have to hurry. The second person looking in the same spot will miss out.
Is there any chance that the people who lived there were goblins?
It is possible. I mean, in civilizations, there are often a healthy mixture of races and peoples and trade routes. Who knows what is down there? We could find anything.
Good. Looks like I didn't waste a trip then.
Are you looking for something in particular?
Oh, yes. You see, I've got this nasty god on my tail, and he wants me to find his 7 relics. And ancient civilization, and you said relics, so maybe it's here. Who knows? Anything could be down there, right?
Well, if there is one in particular you're looking for, you can keep that, but the rest give to me, okay?
Fair enough. I don't even know really what I'm looking for, but, I'm sure I'll know it when I find it.
I like how we're looking at Nugh. Like, does Nugh have any questions? And Nugh is like unable to talk.
During the journey, Nugh performs a few songs and, just otherwise chills out. This is such a ordinary job for him. Go pick up something heavy and bring it back. He could do that. That's what he does. If he's good at it, doesn't ask a lot of questions.
You're very good at that, Nugh. Elegant response, as always, Nugh.
I do have a question for the GM.
Mm-hmm.
Can I read a person? It's my pilot ability. And would that be useful here?
Can you read the ability?
You have a knack for being able to read people during a conversation. Choose an NPC that you are in conversation with. During the conversation, you can spend 1 AP to learn one of the following options. You can do this as many times as you wish during this conversation. And then there's a list of like things you might learn, like what they intend to do, what they want, how they're feeling, what motivates them, their weaknesses, and whether they're telling the truth.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, there's a few on there. Like, you already know what her goal is. She's hired you to do a job, but you don't know her weakness or like, yeah, that's actually, I would say that is useful.
Okay. I will spend 1 AP. I have 5 of them. I'm not sure why. And I don't know how they refresh, but I'm not going to worry about that. So I will spend 1 AP to learn her weaknesses or flaws.
Ooh, okay. And here's how that happens in story. Because a conversation with Nugh is basically like, hello, Nugh. So in story, she sees the pilot's outfit that Colette is wearing, and she sees the name tag, and she reacts to it. She looks at that name tag and scowls and says, "Oh, Colette, the name tag. You can sort that out. He was the person who worked here for me before I hired you."
And what happened to him?
Why is that? She narrows her eyes and rephrases her words a few times before saying, He is much wealthier than he ever would have gotten working for me."
Well, if you wish, I will get rid of it. She says. Is there a way? Would she have just?
Yeah, it's
Could
like
you
a
just
name
rip
tag.
it off?
Like
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
And
She'll just
you
rip
have
it off.
a name tag that says Colette now.
Okay.
Do
Fair
I
enough.
have one that says Ozob?
Yes.
Oh, goody. I was worried about being left out there for a second.
So that is an excellent, good job, Nook. Player, you've got some information that you did not have before. So everyone, pages 221 to 228 of the Salvage Union rulebook describe a variety of bays in the crawler and activities you can get up to. I don't want to go too fast and deprive you of your ability to do things here if you were wanting to. Was there anything you want to do in this crawler, Bastion, before we move on?
I would like to find the kitchen and just go and find some little morsels to stuff in my pocket, if that's okay. You never know when you're going to get stranded without any morsels. You know, I'd rather not have to eat anybody that, I don't have to. Like, people are very stringy, so, I'd prefer to have morsels of food.
Okay, I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm going to make you roll a dice. Let's use those mechanics of the game.
All right, let me roll.
All right. There is a table at the very end of the rule book that I've put together for you guys. I kind of like merged some PDF files together. I made a big old PDF. And at the very end of that table, there's like a guide. I'm going to use that to interpret your roll. I might give you a tough choice.
Ooh. All right, I have a 15.
I am looking at the core mechanic table, and a 15 is a success. You have achieved your goal without any compromises.
Yay!
You find a bunch of honey buns individually wrapped in plastic that you can shove into your pockets.
Oh, yes! This is the best day ever. Nothing can go wrong the rest of the day.
Doing us forever.
Yes. Then we hear a thunderstorm above our head.
Yeah.
Turns out there aren't any clouds. Oh, well.
All right, so just remember this Bastion crawler has bays for you guys to go, like if you return to your crawler, you can use any of the bays. There's a crafting bay, etc. But for now, given that I think you guys are good, right? On all the bays and everything. You good?
What was that page again, DM?
221 to 228. So those are all the crawler bays. So I'll let you think about it. You can come back to the crawler. But for now, we'll continue. Bastion, the crawler you all are traveling in, the RV that is bigger on the inside, comes to a stop at the fault line. It clanks and whirs as it cools down, having arrived at the cliff's edge. Imagine standing at the end of the Grand Canyon, like the edge of the Grand Canyon. The earth drops away into a deep chasm. Down, 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 There's no way a human could climb down there easily at all.
Well, end of the quest, boys and girls.
Well, that's because your mech is not elegant enough to hover down there and take a look.
But, like, I can climb down there, but it's scary.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it for you.
Oh, thank
Colette
you.
says.
Thank you, Colette. You're so nice. And if I knew what sarcasm was, you definitely have it in your voice right now. I assume that's a compliment.
Yes, it is.
Oh, good. I'm glad I'm complimenting new friends. And I have honey buns.
Those honey buns look pretty good, but, I have a story for you, but about some sweets, but we'll leave that for a later day. We have later time. Right now, we have a job to do. Before I continue real quick, what locomotion motive system is Nugh's mech again? Like, does it just walk?
It just walks. It looks like legs. They're just, yeah. It very much looks like Nugh.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. So
Yeah.
it looks like a Nugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
She says, Colette says, oh, so you're good. Colette says, Nugh, just keep an eye on things here. I will go down and take a look inside of Daphne.
You're splitting the party?
Can we go down?
That's what it sounds like.
I don't know.
You guys
about
can
this.
object. She's thinking she's just going to go down there to take a look in the hover drone since we can't, and then come back up.
I think the
mean-
mechs can crawl down there. I think
okay.
people would have a hard time. It sounds
Fair
like.
enough.
Is that track jam?
Indeed. There's no way a human could climb down there easily at all.
Well, I'm a goblin, so
A goblin, a human. It's a cliff.
that's goblin Riz right there.
So what I'm hearing is that you guys are in your mech suits?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay. Now in your mech suits, you are much more maneuverable. The strong mech hands can punch handholds into the ground and rock as if it were fondant. Have you ever poked fondant? Makes a little dimple.
I've poked mud before, like very hot mud.
Punch, step, punch, step. It's as easy as walking horizontally thanks to their superior strength. Question. Do you go straight down to the dark recesses, left to a patch of red rock, or right to a patch of gray rock?
I like the red rock sound. I don't know about you guys.
Red is good.
Red is good. It means go.
All of you, let's roll to see how successfully you are climbing. This is a climb check.
Oh, no.
Well, Colette, does the Mendoza, or I forget the name of it. Does the Mazzona need to do that kind of check since it's hovering?
No, you pass automatically.
I have a 6.
It's just an unadjusted roll, right?
Yes, there are no modifiers in Salvage Union. There is a reroll mechanic called pushing your mech.
I got a 9.
Ooh. Oh,
Okay.
no.
With a 6 and a 9, you both get a tough choice. You succeed in your action, but at a cost. The mediator gives you a tough choice with some kind of setback with a capital S attached. That means that I'm going to give you guys something to choose from. Either you create a rock slide, because like you cling to the wall, right? But as you're scrabbling, some of the rocks that you were clinging to fall down the canyon, right? Consequences of a rock slide could include being very loud and covering up something that was down there or hitting someone along the way. So that's option 1. You create a rock slide. Or option 2 is that your mech's hands kind of get like beaten up by clinging onto this rock, and you will have a more difficult climb check in the future. I'll increase the difficulty of this. So like a 6 to 10 will be bumped down to being the 4 to, 2 to 5 category? Yeah, 2 to 5 category in the future. So either your future rock climbs are more difficult or you make a loud noise. And I think both of you should decide this without looking at one another. So we're going to have a dice, hold up a dice. And if your dice is on an odd number like 1, 3, 5, you choose the rock slide thing. Don't hold it up yet. And if your dice is on an even number, like 2, 4, 6, then you choose to make your future climbs more difficult. Whoa. Got some game theory going on here. As you both are going to make your choice, and once you're ready with your choice, I'll say reveal, but we're not there yet. So are you both making your choice?
I'm ready.
Yes, I made my choice.
Okay, reveal. Okay, say your numbers out loud.
1.
1.
Okay, so you both chose?
Rock slide.
Yay!
We're
all
go
going to
down,
die.
You know that scene in Indiana Jones where they're going down the slide, and it's like, and every action movie ever, and they go down the slide and it's like a rock slide, and they just decide to just lean into it and have fun with it. Yeah. We go down like sledding.
Ozob is wailing the entire time. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Please don't die.
No, it just yells, birthday!
No, you're not allowed to be happy about this.
This slide carries you into the Red Canyon at speed. Everyone in the immediate area is alerted to your location. All potential enemies. I'm going to... minor location change to enemy happened in the background. Don't worry. Nothing too bad. And all three of you arrive in the Red Rock area. There we go. Just to remind everybody, areas have salvage numbers. Area salvage numbers.
GM, I have a question.
Yeah?
Did Zara imply that there were enemies around? A lot of enemies?
She's with you in the cat mech. Are you going to talk to her? Or...
enemy.
You recall during your time here, you recall either Ozob or Colette asking, who else is here? And you recall Zara saying, who is our competition? I could think of another group, but ultimately, who knows? Anyone could be. You could never really know people. Let's just say there is definitely competition. First group to get to the relics gets them, and that's what matters.
Okay.
Good memory, Nugh.
Nugh is no longer concerned about having attracted enemies. That didn't sound like a really serious threat assessment. So,
Oh, and you also remember her saying, why did you hire us? One of your friends had asked. And she said, why did I hire you? Despite having a mech suit, I'm still only one person. I need more hands to carry all the treasure, and I need someone to watch my back. There are things in this rift, things the earthquake has brought here, things that are rushing in just like we are to get newly exposed food sources. I do not want to be their nourishment.
That is fair.
Colette says into the radio channel, "Don't worry, Nugh. Don't. If anyone gets nearby, they'll find out how hot I can be." And then she's well, maybe it's not a good idea, but she's going to do it anyway because it's what she would do. She's going to put the tiniest bit of flame to come out of her linked flamethrowers, just to let you guys know she's prepped and ready in case,
I'm going to whisper to Nugh, I thought humans were cold-blooded.
We're on a radio channel. I can hear you.
Oh. Hi, Colette. Is it true that humans are cold-blooded?
No, we're warm-blooded.
Oh, well then my idea of biology is very messed up.
Yes. Now let's go forward.
Yes.
Okay. Do we GM, do we see so we're in the red canyon or red cavern?
Mm-hmm.
Canyon?
Yeah,
right.
let me do that.
Okay.
Remember that each area has an area salvage number. Just to remind you, this is an area. The red rock area. The rock is red here as you enter this cave. So it's an opening off of the canyon wall. It's red and dripping. There's a 15-foot long uprooted tree in the entrance of this cavern. No, not an uprooted tree. Uprooted trees aren't hairy or dripping. This is a massive insect leg. Looking around, you see pieces of a gigantic, steel-armored, arachnid-like predator beast. It has been ripped apart.
Well, It was fun getting to know you, but I think we should turn back, because that's terrifying. Well, I guess we should. I mean, I guess we did pay, and I need to find my relics, so... All right, we can go, but just be delicate with your footsteps. What did you think I meant?
That's very easy for me to do, Colette says, as she flies. She'll hover her drone right near yours.
Oh my gosh, was she this annoying on the train ride? I say over the open channel.
Is there a, you said that this is like an insect leg. Is there something of the size and heft that I could pick up to use as a club if I need it?
Good idea.
Yes, and to give you some stats, this is the Scylla. It is on page 276 of the rule book, so that you guys can know the picture and the stats of the thing in front of you.
Okay.
And yeah, you have a big old smacking stick that was a spider leg.
That is really hardcore, actually. No,
All right.
My respect for you keeps growing every day. Also, Colette, now that I think about it, that flamethrower joke was very funny. I didn't get it at first. It's a thinker, that one. But once you figure out that humans are warm-blooded, it makes a lot of sense.
Yes, my entire personality is built around my warm-bloodedness.
In fact, as I pick up a piece of the Scylla leg, I point to the rest of it and say, "Thing?" Gesturing to my goblin friend, like, "Thing?"
Yes, that is a thing.
I point at your chainsaw arm.
Ah,
Thing.
yes. Yes, it is. This is also a thing. Oh, I get it. And I'm going to whir my chainsaw arm, and I guess I begin cutting it.
All right, what mechanics are you trying to use?
I'm trying to use my chainsaw arm. So my chainsaw arm, let me scroll down so I can read it in detail. So the chainsaw arm is this really awesome thing that's a range of close. It does 2 SP damage, but since I'm in my brawler chasis, I actually get to do 2 additional SP structural points of damage. So I have 4 structural points of damage, and its main use is melee attacks and salvaging. So I am going to begin to use this chainsaw arm to salvage this insect leg, so my friend Nugh here can use it as a weapon.
All right. A biotitan can be salvaged for biosalvage equal to its structure points. The Scylla had 39 structure points. Biosalvage can be traded for the equivalent of 1 tech, 1 scrap. Biosalvage cannot be used directly for crafting or repairing. It takes up 1 cargo slot and can be transported safely.
Okay.
And that's different than the area salvage mechanics, which you can also do.
Okay, perfect. So I guess I roll for this as well?
Nope, you just salvage. Well, is salvaging a roll? What page is salvaging on?
I don't think it is a roll. I need to double check.
Salvaging is... Area salvage is different. Okay, area salvage you do roll for. It looks like it's on page 244 of the book. Salvaging types, salvage condition. So there is area salvaging, which is, I think, what you're thinking of as the salvage action. And that does have a table. It is at the very end of the book in the area salvage. I put all the tables at the end.
Okay. So, all right, so if this is counted as area salvage.
No.
Oh, it's not.
They're 2 different things.
Okay.
Biosalvage is different than area salvage. The biosalvage is just, it is 39 structure points of biosalvage. Okay. And each one of those takes up 1 cargo slot. How many cargo slots do you all have?
My cargo slots. Let me turn my head 6 as well.
Also 6.
Okay. There are 39, 1 cargo slot each, biosalvage available here from the Scylla. And they cannot be used directly for crafting or repairing, and they can be traded for an equivalent of 1 tech, 1 scrap using the trading bay in the crawler, which is called Bastion.
You said 39 total?
There are. You can carry 6, and that makes you completely full.
Okay.
I believe one of those inventory spots is taken up by one of your systems, right? For most people have 5 cargo spots left remaining.
Yes. Yeah.
So 15 if you each want to fill up on spider parts.
I'm good.
She'll take one.
I guess I'll take one.
One insect leg can't hurt, right?
All right, keep track of that. That is one biosalvage. It can be traded at the Bastion crawler for 1 tech, 1 scrap.
Okay.
Are we able to like drop things from the cargo, like if we find better stuff later?
Yes, absolutely.
You just yeet it over the horizon.
Just out of curiosity, do our systems each take a cargo slot? I think I missed that.
Yes.
Okay, then I only have 3 available.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, let me double check this, actually. Okay.
I don't know. I don't really know. I built a character as an example, but then I focused on the jamming rules, so go with you have 5. You should have 5.
Okay.
Fair enough.
We might have to rebuild later.
All right, are you area salvaging?
I think probably we should continue unless, because I feel like this is just like, oh, this is nice, but there's not much value here yet. My goblin senses are tingling, you might say. There's always better scrap. Also, there's always bigger fish, but that's like a separate thing. So let us continue. I think you said towards the cave?
You're currently in a cave. It's all bloody. It's red.
I think further into the cave.
There we
You're
go.
there. You have explored it.
Oh,
that's it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So we had red. What were the other ones? Gray and black?
Left to the red rock, right to the gray rock, and then down, down, down.
Okay.
Let's do gray. Is my suggestion? Yeah.
Yeah. I know, Nugh. I know.
You turn right to head to the patch of gray rock, again crawling along the rock wall. Everybody, please make a climb check.
Oh, not this again. Dear Red Skirt. Please, please. I got a 20.
You're so good at climbing, you can compensate for one of your friend's failures.
So I would like to turn on my personal recreation device and listen to some beautiful music piped in directly from Nikamoy for a few minutes to get into kind of a flow state. This is short action. It costs 1 EP, which is energy points. So that will reduce my EP to 10. But it does allow me to, the next time they or a mech they are controlling roll the die, they may re-roll it.
Nice.
That is very nice.
But I got a 15, so I don't think I need to re-roll it.
Nope, you succeed.
Yay.
And as we know, Mazonas hover.
I'm going to use that one that I can cover up for somebody's failure on Daphne, just because. I like to help out.
You turn right to head to the patch of gray rock. This rock gives way to a cavern, but it's different than the cave you were just in and the canyon you came from. Instead of jagged edges, this is perfectly round. This is a round tunnel that opens out to the chasm.
A round tunnel that opens up into the chasm.
Does it look like it's like it could have been naturally made, or is it hard to tell?
It is so round, unless there is a perfect natural way to make something a round tunnel. Can you think of any?
Like
Not really. now that you
can.
put it like that, yeah.
Like a straw?
A natural straw?
No, I don't
Yes.
think so.
A pipe organ? Am I getting closer? A pipe?
I mean,
It's like a pipe. It's like you're inside a pipe, yeah.
Okay.
lava vents do that, but
Oh.
Are they horizontal?
no, not usually.
Oh,
But they can
so
be.
not like a...
They can be, sort of.
okay. All right, yeah, this might just be a horizontal lava vent.
Ooh. This is a geological discovery right here.
Oh, the earth is entirely sedimentary.
Ooh. Interesting.
So probably not a lava vent.
Nugh, I never knew you were so knowledgeable about geological phenomena.
all you got here was thing.
Yes, Nugh. We will give you your cookies when we get back.
I'm assuming that I can't really write with the slate from inside the mech. So I'm really more inarticulate here.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
It does say that it allows for text communication, but I'm just going to ignore that on the comms module.
I'm kind of loving how every system we play, either your hands are turning into pinchers or we're talking over voice comms or like
yeah, you know. It's further motivating me to try to fix my voice and tongue.
Okay. Are your hands turning back into pincers, buddy? So, go ahead.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I guess I was just gonna say, I guess we go down the vent.
I'm gonna press the little survey scanner button on my mech and do a scan. Since this seems like we could be going into something dangerous. I don't know, things that make perfectly shaped boreholes. It says roll the die. You make a thorough scan of the area and may ask on a 20 you make a thorough scan all the way down to your scan returns inaccurate data. So I'm just gonna roll the die and we'll look it up here. I got a 17 on an 11 to 19. Your scan is successful and you may ask the mediator 3 questions. The answers must be true.
All right, rulebook. Thanks for
What?
clarifying that. Don't lie to your players.
Don't lie to players.
I mean,
I see.
That's fair. That's a fair question, right?
No, I want to lie to all my players.
It's the name of the game, right?
Yeah. Gaslight, girl boss, gatekeep, DM,
Yeah.
keep.
Yeah, exactly. So I can ask 3 questions. I'm looking to make sure that there isn't like ask 3 questions from this list or anything like that. No. Do you want the fluff text for it? For the survey scanner?
You're fine. You can ask your questions. Whatever you want to do.
Okay. If a point is not worth scanning because it holds nothing of interest, or you have all relevant information on it, the mediator must tell you before you make your scan. This seems like this is a very scannable place. So
It is a very scannable place.
okay. Woo-hoo. All right. So 3 questions. What made this tunnel?
A biotitan.
Is it still here?
Yes.
Is it active?
Yes.
So, this has gotten...
and Nugh's rigging arm goes up. Enemy. And then he points down the tunnel.
I swear, he can smell the enemy coming. I have no idea how he does this every time. He has to have a good nose or something.
You guys, Colette suddenly stops being herself, or what you've seen of her so far, and she says, "If I understand correctly, Nugh is saying we have an enemy nearby. You guys retreat back, and I will cover the rear." GM, can she move backwards in the sense that the flamethrowers on the front of Daphne are facing in front of her, but she's moving backwards? Am I making sense?
I've been imagining that you're like hovering over the rock wall. Like, so you can move along the rock wall, but you're not like in the air because it's not flying, it's hovering.
Oh,
so,
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can definitely like back away from this
Yeah. It's
round
like
entrance.
It's like in reverse. So she has her flamethrowers covering the rear of her teammates.
Yeah.
Of Nugh and Ozob.
I'm going to have my armored shield out. I'll hold up the front. I don't know. The part of me that's like, I'm going to be the part that's like running away as fast as I can. Because biotitans scare the bejesus out of me.
I looked to Zara. She's our employer.
Oh, yeah,
Thing?
we have Zara with us.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The boss is here. Oh, shoot.
I am so glad to have had teammates on this mission. If I had been alone, I would have gone into the tunnel and faced the biotitan by myself. Who knows what creatures are called to this earthquake area? They come to feed upon us scavengers that are here to find relics.
Eep. Ozob says. So, do we go down the chasm now, or what do we do? Like, the third path.
Well, we don't have any other. We have not found any of these relics in these other caverns. I suppose we have no choice.
All right, let's go.
Birthday.
Indeed. Birthday. I assume that means something awesome in regular speech. Okay. Thank you, Doc. All right. I guess can we rappel down into the chasm without going through the heat vent?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that.
Although you're not rappelling on a rope. You're punching
repelling
handholds.
with my punch, punch repelling. That actually would be kind of cool if I had like a detachable fist with like a grappling hook and then rappelled down.
Straight down into the darkness. Again, this area has an area salvage number. Just to remind you guys, these areas each have an area salvage number. You go down, down, down. The far wall of the crevice gets closer and closer. Soon, the high walls of this canyon block out the sunlight. It's dark down here in this narrow passage between the two land masses. Illumination from your mech's floodlights sweep over rocks, left and right, as you punch create handholds.
Does anybody have floodlights?
You all do. It's
Oh,
That's standard. Okay.
yeah.
oh, okay.
Okay.
I thought I didn't add that, but now I do. Good.
Is that like a Salvage Union thing? Oh, well, whatever. You all have it at the end.
Yeah, I think it is, but
Whatever.
it's fine.
I didn't
It's
read
fine.
every single system and module, but you guys can probably see.
Okay, sweet.
And I assume it's like a flashlight.
So, Colette, as we're descending to perhaps our doom or perhaps our glory, what made you decide to come here?
Well, as part of the fire-breathing kittens, it's my job to help out those who need something done for money. And this was offered for money, so I took the job.
The noblest pursuit. And I mean that earnestly. Like money and gold and food. No, actually food. I think food is the noblest. Or, well, no. There's a lot of noble pursuits, and I think money is a respectable one. I salute you, Colette, the moneybag chaser.
And how about you? Were you trying to get some money to buy some soap?
Well, no, soap. Ew, no. Do you know what they put in that? Stuff
Like?
that cleans mud off of you. Ugh. No. You see, I was chosen by my tribe to find the relics of Retskirt, our trickster god. And I also am doing it for money because my poor brother Loof has the magical, what's it called? Heebie-jeebies. That horrible disease that makes you go heebie, and then it jeebies you, and then you die. It's horrible. And so, I need to get money, and I need to get the relic so I can go back home and, save my brother from the heebie-jeebies. It's a very horrible disease.
It sounds quite terrible. There's no medicine for it?
Well, there is, but unfortunately, it only delays the process. You see, first you get the heebies, where first your veins all turn black, and then you get the jeebies, and you start shaking and frothing at the mouth, and then you die.
Oof.
It's horrible.
And how about you, Nugh? What brings you here?
Nugh goes on for several minutes, throwing in a few birthday and things in there. There's at least one mention of enemy, and he holds up his left arm, even though it's in the mech suit. But you know that's where his fire breathing kittens tattoo is. It makes about as much sense as what I've just said. But also, he points around the room, the cavern. We're in a cavern, right?
You are going down a canyon, and the canyon walls are getting narrower and narrower.
Okay. I thought you said that we could area salvage here.
Yes.
So,
Should we?
So as we're doing so and in describing, Nugh points at Ozob and says, "A thing?"
Oh, yes, the thing. And I'm going to churn my chainsaw. And I guess I begin area salvaging.
Make a roll.
Oh boy, everyone wish me luck.
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 Ooh. Okay, that's a 9. That's not luck.
Not bad. You find 2 scrap of the tech level of the area, which is tech level 4.
Ooh, I will take that.
Just a quick rules check. I browsed through the user guide or the guide, and I don't see anything in there that says that our systems or modules take up cargo slots. There are also system slots and module slots as part of our mech chassis.
Good to know. You all are at your full inventory spots, which is 6, sounds like.
Yeah.
Great.
Perfect. I have 2 tech for salvage and an insect leg. This is this day, and also honey buns, and 2 new friends. Well, Nugh, I think I known you for a while. So actually, 1 new. Well, no, wait. I'm sorry. I forgot. You're a new friend, Zara. I'm so sorry.
That is all right. Your mech's floodlights continue to illuminate in sweeps where you're turning the light left and right, up and down, illuminating a gray rock there, an orange rock there. Everyone, please roll a quick d20 for luck.
Oh, perfect luck. 20.
13.
15.
Colette, as your floodlight illuminates a gray rock, part of the rock stays black. The floodlight passes on, still moving, before your mind can register what it just saw.
Oh, I think I found something, she says. Can she go back to that spot?
You do. And that black spot is on an orange rock this time. There it is. Had it moved?
Nugh, can you scan this little spot here? There's something unusual about it.
GM, the scanner is long range. Is that I can still scan short?
Yeah, I think what it's saying is the maximum range.
Maximum. Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I will use 2 EP to scan the area. It'd help if I rolled in a way that I could see. I got a 19.
Nice.
So
do you have a table interpretation?
Yeah, the scan is successful, and you may ask the mediator 3 questions. The answers must be true. So same as before. It's an 11 to 19. What is the black shape / orange rock?
I'm going to have the 2 other players take your headphones off. This is for Nooks player.
Oh, neat.
I'll wave you back in. The amount you can communicate this to them is
Yeah,
I want them to know.
It's fun. Uh-huh.
That is the meld, but I didn't, it's not 100% the meld from the book because like that was just straight evil. So like you can't communicate this to them, but I made it adorable. So it's the meld. It's a black like ferrofluid nanite puddle, but it's your friend. But you can't communicate that to them unless you grunt. This is hilarious. Awesome. So there's behind the DM curtain. It's your new pet. And more behind the DM curtain. The themes of today are what is a person, right? Like Nugh is like a flesh golem construct thing. And the mechs that you're piloting are not people themselves. And Zara has this issue with people where she has like trust issues. And so like the idea of she needs you guys there to pilot these mechs, right? So what is a person? What is servitude and employment? And like, is she a solo job worker or does she have to have employees? And like, is this thing a person or is it just a black puddle of ooze? And like, anyway, we're going to explore that today. So yeah, it is the meld, but it is, so it has all the stats of the meld and whatnot, but it is not your enemy necessarily. It can be befriended. Okay, I'm going to wave them. Oh wait, you have 2 more questions.
How can I befriend it?
Just be nice to it.
Is there anything else nearby that is a potential threat to us?
Nah, just a thing in the tunnel.
Okay.
All right, I'll leave them back in. Put your headphones back on.
Ozob reporting for duty.
Oh, she got a super peek behind the GM's curtain.
Oh my goodness.
She knows what it is.
Of course, the one person who can't talk knows exactly what it is.
Nugh, did you find, what is that? Is it valuable?
Nugh holds up a hand and takes a cautious step forward towards it.
I wore the chainsaw. Eh? Oh, okay. I turn off the chainsaw.
And I think Nugh is going to play over the comms. He doesn't have a loudspeaker in this mech, but he's hoping that if he plays loud enough, maybe it will hear him. So he's going to play some of the music that he's been listening to in his rig. So maybe it wasn't loud enough. Was it loud enough?
Again, I just liked it.
Oh, okay.
The little puddle of complete blackness is very tiny. It could fit in your human pilot's palm. It's solid black like a ferrofluid. As you look at it, it slowly and gently raises up, moving incredibly slowly, moving in tune to the music. It looks like it's doing, you ever seen people hold up a cell phone light or like a lighter at a concert and like wave in time with the music? It's waving in time with the beat.
Nice.
Is it doing the hula dancing?
Yeah, it's hulaing.
Do do do.
Colette, I don't know if you remember that Michigan J. Frog cartoons where the guy discovers something and discovers the talking frog and just gets dollar signs in their eyes. That's basically Colette when she sees this. She's like, people are going to pay a lot of money to see this on YouTube or whatever.
And like Nugh is holding it or holding his hand out to it. Thing.
Okay. No need, Nugh. We can take it back. We don't have to put it out there on social media if you don't want to.
GM, does social media exist? I
Good
would
question.
like to know.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, like, what's the point of a fantasy world if so? There's this really good essay by Ursula Le Guin that talks about what is sci-fi. Is sci-fi extrapolative? Like, are we just projecting our civilization out to its extreme future? But like, extrapolative sci-fi is nearly always cancerous because the purification of anything to its extreme is always bad, right? You need instead science fiction and fantasy are like introspective, and we examine aspects of our society through the stories that we tell. So because social media is a part of my life, I think it's a part of our fantasy world too, so that we can interact with it and explore its themes and its meaning, right? Isn't that the goal of what we do? Personally, That's my opinion, but I don't know. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, I like that. We need to come up with a different name for Twitter. Oh, actually, let's do it. Let's just call it X.
We can't. That's its real name now.
Oh, shoot. Okay, Y. It's called Y.
It's called Y.
Yeah, Y. Like, why did you post this? Because you're on Y. It's called Y.
It's something. Yeah.
It started out as kind of a Nicomoyan explain like I'm 5 website, and just grew from there.
Into a toxic cesspool of mansplainers and people who think they know what they're talking about. Yeah, that tracks.
Is Nugh, when you said Nugh is holding it in his hand, is it holding it in his mech's hand?
Yeah, because I'm in my mech.
His actual hand.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
You touched it.
I held it out. I held my hand out for it to climb on if it's willing.
Okay. The black ferrofluid ooze gently reaches out to you too. Picture that famous painting of the 2 fingers touching. It slowly sinks into the metal of the mech, if you've ever seen mercury or gallium poured onto steel, and makes a little smiley face of black inside the metal of your suit.
Wait.
You hear Zara come in over the radio comms. What is that?
Colette says, well, whatever it is, Colette says, I'd like just to note that I found it, but also Nugh was instrumental in salvaging it.
Colette, you notice there's a second black ooze puddle now that you're looking around, and Ozob, there's a third one near you.
Guys, my my goblin senses are tingling. I don't know what to do. Should we get out of here?
I agree with Nugh. These seem friendly, so she's gonna, Colette's gonna extend her arm and for the second black goo thing.
Nice. You have a passenger.
Oh, lovely.
It pours its way through the metal and it pokes a little black, like, raindrop in your pilot's chamber. Like a uvula.
Okay. Please, Ozob's gonna stay the heck away from that. I'm like, no. Ozob's like, no, thank you. This is not the good kind of mud.
Did you quote pick it up, Ozob, or did you like
No.
stay completely away?
No, I'm not gonna let that near me. I have no idea what it is. I understand why you would, but I'm like, Ozob's like, absolutely not.
I will go see if not Ozob's, but the third puddle of goo wants to be picked up as well.
It joins you in the Nugh mech 3001. All right.
I may be able to
very
convince
alarmed.
Ozob later. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe later.
Yeah, and Zara's got one. All right. She does what the party does. So she is also infected. Excellent. Wonderful.
Sweet.
Yeah.
By the way, for Ozob's knowledge, I'm sure Colette probably has noticed this as well, but this may actually be of interest to Ozob. The Nugh 3001 apparently smells like a wet dog.
Why did I not pick that mech? Hindsight's 2020.
The comm system's not smell oriented, so
Yeah.
I don't think she would have picked that up. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, you
Darn.
may
Yeah.
have noticed earlier, but maybe it's hard to tell through Ozob's particular. What did you call it? Musk.
yes, Musk. My personal Musk.
Meanwhile, Zara is like, oh, look, I have found some scrap. And she makes, she hands 2 Tech 1 scraps. So she hands one to Nugh and one to Colette to carry.
Nice. Shall we keep descending?
Oh, you're at the bottom. Sorry.
Oh.
Forgot to say that.
We shall stop descending.
I point at your chainsaw arm.
Oh, yes, I can begin the area salvage.
I think you did, right?
Oh, yeah, I already
Oh,
did
that
that.
was on the way. Yeah, okay.
So, I guess up we go, once again. The one problem is the only pathway available to us, there's a monster on the end. What do we do? I guess Daphne. Daphne. Not Daphne. I'm sorry.
Colette. Daphne's the mech.
Ah, well, actually, so I guess I was right. I could have said Daphne. But maybe you can fly above and see where it is, and then we could sneak past it with giant mechs. Mechs are very quiet, right?
So GM, obviously descending the hover drone is going to be easier, but can she ascend in the hover drone, or will she need like handholds like the other two?
I think you can ascend. I just don't care. You're fine. You're maneuverable.
Okay, fair enough.
The DM does not care.
I think I'm done with the climbing checks. You all climbed.
Yeah, so she'll do that.
All right.
And
Where are you going? Red Rock area, tunnel, to the Bastion. Where are you going?
Well, we did the Red Rock area already. The gray area has that. Well, you know what? Let's ask our employer. Zara, it feels like we've hit a dead end. Where shall we go next to get more relics?
Zara or the GM? Like, are you asking the GM where to go?
No, she's asking Zara. Colette is
Okay,
asking Zara. Sorry.
Zara would be like, I don't want to tell you guys what to do.
So,
I will list your options as Zara. I will say, well, we have many options. We can incorporate the scraps that we have acquired into our mechs to improve them in the Bastion. We can area salvage that region that was coated in spider parts, and we can try to fight and conquer because and we can take all of those biotitan pieces. There were like 30 of them that we did not take. 39, and we can take them back to Bastion and trade them in for Tech 1 scrap and use them to upgrade our mechs, and we can take on the biotitan. Or maybe we do that after we upgrade ourselves.
Oh, that is true. Yeah. She says, well, that seems like a wise idea. The bio parts in the cargo area don't seem terribly appetizing to me, but, whatever we need to do, we need to do. It's one of the burdens. Yes, it's one of the burdens of this type of work.
We can trade them. I used to have a previous RLV, a crawler. I named it Citadel, and I made that one, and unfortunately, we do not have the advanced tradings that I would have had with Citadel, but we can still trade, even in Bastion. We can still arrange for a buyer. I wish that I still had Citadel, but I do not so. But I can offer you Bastion's normal trading bay. And you know that some of the crawlers have upgraded trading. They have like a better trading table. And she's saying she used to have a crawler that had improved trading, but she doesn't now.
That's ominous.
Okay, so Colette says, I think we should go back and do that area salvage of that bio type of the giant insect.
I mean, I think I've already harvested it, so I think we just need to put it in our cargo.
Yep. Yeah, I have several spots for the cargo, and I believe Nugh does as well. So we will go do that, which I believe is in the Red Rock area.
All right. You have 39 possible biosalvage from this Skyla. Go ahead and describe how it's distributed. Who's got what?
So
read off your inventories, I guess, each person.
All right, I've got 2 Tech 4 salvage. I've got 1 insect leg, so I can hold 3 more insect legs or parts. And that's it. So I think if we're going to do that, then I'm going to grab the other 3 more insect legs. And then that's as much. That's my capacity.
I am carrying 1 tech, 1 scrap that Zara handed me to carry, and then I have currently 1 biosalvage, the insect leg that I'm carrying as a club. Presumably I can take up to 4 more.
Excellent.
And Colette has 1 tech, 1 scrap, so she'll fill up the rest of. So she'll end up with 5 biosalvage.
I will also load up my cat mech with, it sounds like 6 biosalvage.
Perfect.
And Zara, can I say that your cat mech looks as lovely as your makeup?
Thank you.
She's not wearing makeup.
Oh, she's wearing black raccoon eyeshadow.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ozob's not very perceptive. That's not how her eyes normally look. All right. So I guess after we load up, we go back to our crawler, right? All right. To the crawler.
You rise up, your hands finding purchase in sort of the fondant dimples that you punched into the wall before, or hovering. And you emerge from what was like a Grand Canyon, big old gash in the ground. You see once again the red rocks of the mountains and the sparse scrub brushes. The RV has an aircraft carrier. Have you ever seen those planes that people jump out of that the bottom opens and you can roll tanks up in them and stuff?
Yeah, transport carrier.
Oh, the big C-130s, yeah.
See, that is a very specific word. I'm yeah, the plane bottom opens. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, your mechs are able to enter the RV through this big bay door opening, and you can walk your mechs into the RV and hop out of your mechs inside the bastion and do some trading. And I'm going to let you all browse the book, look at some things that you want to upgrade, look at what you can afford. Remember that you can spend a higher level scrap, you can spend a Tech 4 scrap on a Tech 2 unit. So go ahead and everyone just take a minute and have what you want to upgrade ready. Go ahead and read the rules for the crafting bay, basically.
The biosalvage is Tech 1. We also got, Ozob got 2 Tech 4. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. In my wish list, I planned nothing for combat, but having looked at the book, the only thing that I would like to do, because an improvise beat you with a Scylla leg makes perfect sense to me. What I'd like is to upgrade to armor plating, which is pretty much going to take me to my maximum number of systems anyway. So I can be in front.
One thing I don't like about the sheet is that system and modules are all mushed together. So when I'm looking at it, I don't know which, off the top of my head, I don't know which are systems and which are modules. So when I'm trying to figure out how much systems and modules I have left, I have to kind of flip back and forth. I think I should probably note that.
Yeah.
On the, like when I put in comms like when I put in self-destruct, I should put in whether it's a module or a system, because I'm a little unclear on how much I have left for either of them.
Yeah. I have a lot. Actually, I have a ton of room for systems. I have 16 slots.
Oh, 16?
Yeah, it says
Wow.
16 slots. System slots, 16. Modules, I only have room for 3, though, modules.
I think I want Mechapult just because it looks hilarious.
That's awesome.
You have 16 system slots? I have 4 modules and 7 system slots.
Yes, but only 3 modules.
Wow.
So I can't attach in a lot, but I can have a lot of systems running.
Oh, that's because you took a tech level 3 chassis. That's okay. In general, listeners, you want all your mechs to be the same tech level, so we were aiming for tech level 1 with this adventure, but it's all good. It makes you more likely to survive the biotitans, so it's all good.
Oh, goody.
Does anyone know what you're getting? What you're spending your scrap on and what you're buying?
I kind of want to get a flamethrower.
Once you've got your complete list of what scrap you're spending and what you're buying, remember that the scrap that you're spending, for example, if you have like a tech 3 scrap, you could spend that for 1 salvage cost of tech 3, tech 2, or tech 1. So once you have your list of what you're spending and what you're buying, let me know.
And we can trade the bio salvage for level 1 tech?
Scrap, yes.
Scrap. Okay. So Nugh is going to take some of the the chitinous exo plating from the bio salvage and kind of trade it into armor plating, which costs 2 and takes 2 slots.
Yeah. And what page is armor plating on?
Armor plating is on page 164 of the book.
Nice. Ooh, armor plating. Slapping some extra layers of scrap on your mech can make you feel more comfortable about piloting a nuclear reactor-powered death machine. The first time that your mech is hit by an attack or takes damage, prevent the damage and all effects of the attack. Your armor plating system is then destroyed, though.
Yeah, it's good.
Very cool.
That'll free up that the system slot for the next thing that I do. But basically, I can be a meat shield when we face the Titan for a hit. And then I'm just going to continue with my improvised weapon of a silo leg. Yeah. So yeah, that's what's going to happen.
I love it.
Colette's going to upgrade. She decides that she doesn't want to lose Daphne. So she's going to replace her self-destruct module with a survey scanner, just in case there's another valuable thing that she doesn't. So that way she doesn't have to, rely on that one.
Is that the same module that Nugh has?
Yeah, it's the same module that Nugh has.
Okay. I mean, in general, only one party member needs to do a thing.
That's fair. Okay. I found one. Zoom optics. So she's going to upgrade her zoom. She's going to replace the self-destruct one with zoom optics. That's what it was.
Great. Read the flavor text for that.
Sure. It says, when activated, this optical array extends the range of any single ranged weapon system mounted on your mech by 1 band. So it's going to be close to medium range for her flamethrowers. It further allows you to zoom in and see 1 range band further than you currently are.
Nice.
So if you are in medium range, you can see a target as though it was in close range and pick out finer details about it. And it will cost 1 energy point and lasts an hour.
Very nice.
That's actually perfect.
That's good to know that you can see further. I've got a thing later that I will describe a little bit better for you in particular.
Oops.
I like that your flamethrowers can shoot further now too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I totally forgot my chassis ability is also a data scanner, which doesn't require a roll, which is kind of cool. But I had a question. Is there a way to plug into the RV's power system and recharge my energy points?
How often do energy points recharge? I feel like ability and energy points recharge at the end of the session, but don't quote me. But I think that's what I'm going to GM house rule this time, because I think I read that somewhere, but it is a 300-page rulebook, so I can and often am wrong. So
If I'm correct, I remember reading there is a specific type of chassis that will recharge energy points faster because it's solar powered. I can't remember exactly what the chassis is, but maybe there's some sort of system, like a solar powered system you could look for.
yeah, so if you find in the rulebook that recharging is faster than per downtime, which is like it's like a long rest. So if you find something faster than that, you can use it. But in general, I'm going to house rule ability points and energy points refresh at the end of the session, which is never in a one shot. So that it makes them a scarce resource, makes them more valuable. All right, Ozob, do you know what you're building?
Yeah. Has the tech for salvage been claimed yet?
I think Colette gave it. Not gave it. I think Nugh took it, right?
No.
Did you take both of them?
No, I just
Oh, there two.
I the armor plating is level 1. I just used the bio pieces.
If it's cool, so I have the self-destruct module. So I kind of want to get the ejection system so that,
Ooh, that's
worst
a good
comes
one.
to worst, the rusty goblin goes down. I can just eject out and be like, self-destruct, and then blow it up.
Oh,
The
that's
brawler,
a good combo.
Yeah, because the brawler is always close because he deals more damage with close range combo. So I thought that'd be a cool little combo we could do.
I really like that. You get in close, you fight until your mech can fight no more, you eject out really far away and self-destruct. That's, it makes more sense to have self-destruct in that sort of situation than just like with any.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Very
So,
cool.
Thank you.
You all are upgraded a whole bunch. How do you feel? Oh, and
feel-
of course, Zara is upgraded as well.
Oh,
I feel so much stronger, and she flexes her cat paws, and they have really sharp claws now.
that's terrifying.
Very fashionable.
Thank you.
It's very in style. So I think we're pretty good, right?
Yeah.
All right. I guess it's time to fight the biotitan.
Who knows what treasures could be behind it? I'm excited.
Yeah. We got this, guys.
Enemy.
This is what being enemy.
Nervous sweating.
Absolutely, she says.
Nervous sweating. Oh gosh. Oh boy. Oh gosh.
So, while we're going there, Colette will take the lead, and Daphne, since she can see things ahead a little bit better.
All right. So the order is you're one band ahead of everybody else?
Yeah, that's fine if that's fine with everybody else.
Sure. And I guess I'll be somewhere in the middle or the rear. Depends on how Nugh wants to run it.
Nugh will absolutely be in front. Literally, I'm a meat shield. I barely have a weapon. My job is to protect you so you can shoot over my shoulder.
Oh, this is perfect. Ozob feels so secure now. Thank you.
DM, sorry, we got a quick rules question here. So it's for Zoom Optics, it says any single ranged weapon system. However, Daphne has a weapon link for the two flamethrowers.
Yeah, that's I'm using the general term of system of a connected network of nodes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the Zoom Optics applies to both flamethrowers because she has a weapon link.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Weapon link.
Just making
Yep.
sure.
Sounds good. All right, so the order is Colette and Nugh the meat shield in front by one range band, and our employer Zara and Ozob behind.
The
Right?
rusty brawler.
Excellent.
Bam, bam.
So you guys, you're choosing to go back into the canyon and to go to the Grey Rock area?
Yes.
Yes.
You climb down the canyon walls again, or hover, and turn right to head to the patch of gray rock. This rock gives way to a cavern, but it's different than the canyon you came from. This is round. This is a round tunnel that opens out to the chasm. And you head inside. You are heading down the tunnel. Flash! Something like a lightning bolt specifically seen by Colette, but obviously smaller and underground, happens at the far range, further down the tunnel.
It appears there's something going on down there. Some sort of flashing.
And
She
for
says
you,
over the
Colette,
comms.
and Nugh, upon encountering the electricity, the black ferrofluid ooze prickles like needles. It dives away from the surface of the mech where it had been, like, gently swaying and flows through the metal, emerging into the pilot's cockpit with you. It's shaking, trembling, and it comes to a rest near you where the trembling gets less intense.
Oh, the kitten.
Mercurial kitten.
I absolutely like give it space on my rather broad shoulders to perch and fluidly slurp. I don't know. As we continue, like this is a scared thing that needs some comfort. Yeah. Okay.
And you have 2, right?
Yes, and I have 2 shoulders.
He has 2, yeah. Well, no, he has 2. You have 2 Mercury creatures.
Yes, and 2 shoulders.
One for each shoulder.
Yeah. One for each shoulder, yeah.
I might have a 3rd shoulder, but I haven't found it yet.
It's in the back part you can't reach or look at a weird angle.
Colette, a ball of bluish-white lightning is at the far distance. Far is a mechanical term.
Ooh.
It cackles, hisses, and pops, sizzling rapidly across the surface of a titanic metal scaled electric eel with a dragon head. Everyone, we're going to do this after the break, but we're going to pick one person in the party to be in charge of rolling initiative. And if you guys want to read the biotitan stats for Electrophorus during the break, that is exactly what's waiting for you.
Oh, no.
Joining us for part 1 were Ozob,
Hi.
Colette,
Goodbye.
and Nugh.
By the way, we don't have any new reviews this week, but we would love to hear from you. Please leave us a review at iTunes.
Bye!
Bye.
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 Today's mid-episode shout-out is, quote, "If he hears this, I want to say thanks to my high school theater teacher, Mr. Raj. I don't think you ever knew I became a teacher because of you. Your guidance and passion for education shaped my life. I hope you know you are truly appreciated." End quote. You can arrange for us to read your shout-out at firebreathingkittenspodcast.com. We have paperback, hardcover, and ebooks on Amazon and Audible. Is there an episode of Fire Breathing Kittens that would make someone you know smile? Tell them about it. They won't hear about it any other way. Welcome back to Fire Breathing Kittens, an actual play Salvage Union podcast for this episode. Joining us again are Ozob,
Hi.
Nugh, and Colette.
Hello.
Everybody, why don't you roll a d20 for me?
Oh, I got a 20.
8.
8.
Okay, I think Ozob got a 20.
I did. Yes. I'm so excited.
Can you tell us what happened in part 1?
Boy. So first, what we did is we went down this cliff, even though I was like, I don't like this at all. Then we met some, we did some area salvage in the Red Cave where there was all these insect parks. And then we were like, well, we don't like these insect parks. We're going to leave. So we went to the gray place. Well, wait, first we went to the vent and Nugh did some very nice ugging at us. And we figured out that there was a monster in the cave. So we're like, we're going to wait till later for that. So then we decided to go down to the very bottom of the floor where you guys picked up some very suspicious slime. I don't trust at all. I'm sure they're going to eat our eyeballs later, but that's like a future problem because then we went back up and we collected most of the insect parts, went back to our crawler. And then what we did was we upgraded our mechs and we decided it's time for war because I don't know, everybody but goblins are bloodthirsty. I don't know. So we decided to just go charging down into the vent. And that's when the giant eel dragon came out and was like, rah! And I was like, ah! And then everyone was like, yeah! And then that was where we stopped.
All right, good recap. And that takes us to flash, crackle, yeah, lightning sizzles from the distance, racing down the tunnel towards you. And it would have been right up on you if you'd fought it earlier, because remember the rock slide making it aware? So it was right up at the surface of the tunnel. But you took a break, and it got bored at the mouth of the tunnel and went into the depths. So there's some distance between you. A ball of bluish white lightning is at the far distance. It crackles, hisses, and pops, sizzling rapidly across the surface of a titanic metal-scaled electric eel with a dragon head. Everyone select one person in the party to be in charge of rolling initiative.
I can do it if any.
Okay.
If none, yeah.
All right, roll the number. What's the number between 1 and 20?
19.
19. I'm looking at the group initiative table, and that says quick draw. One pilot chosen by the players acts first. Play then passes to the NPC group, and one NPC chosen by the mediator acts.
And there's only one NPC so far, right? No, there are two. Correct?
Well, I think
Zara's on the party team.
Oh, okay. I would think that we would want Nugh to go first because he's our meat shield,
Go forth.
Yeah.
so he can
So-
get in position.
So Nugh will step forward, step in front of. Now, Colette was pretty far ahead. Did you drop back with us?
I don't think so because we didn't do anything. We just saw it and then it started moving towards us, right, GM?
Let's describe your distances. There is the close, which is sort of like melee range. Nobody's in that. There is medium, which is good for ranged attack, like bows and arrows or like, flamethrowers, I think are good at medium now. There's long, which is only special ranged attacks can hit. And then there's far, which is a silhouette far out on the horizon. Currently, I think all of you are at far, and the Ozob and Zara team is at far +1.
I need to be up close.
Nugh, you are at far. Colette, you are at far.
Okay, then I'm just gonna basically step up so that I can shield the party.
You move to long.
I guess so. I'm holding the leg like a baseball bat.
Excellent. You are at long distance. Does that end your turn?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go attack it. I'm defense.
Okay. At the end of a pilot's or an NPC's turn, Electroforce can take a Titanic action, which is sort of like a lair action in D&D. It's like a thing only certain enemies can do. Only one Titanic action may be chosen at a time, and only at the end of another pilot's or NPC's turn, and Electroforce regains Titanic actions at the start of their turn. So they can choose. They are going to move one range band, which means they have 2 Titanic actions left. So Colette, you were at far, you're now at long. Nugh, you were at long, you're now at medium. Ozob was at far +1, now you're at far, and Zara was at far +1, now you're at far. And it rushes. What this looks like is that the zapping of electricity, like the little. You guys ever played Super Smash Brothers? How Pikachu has like this white blue bolt of electricity, and if you go the B button, it can like arc and it can travel a distance and curl around like the Earth. Well, a lightning bolt as a feeler reached one of you guys, and the Electroforce knows you're there, and it charges forward, and it closes that distance between you, and its dragon mouth is open with lots of teeth. That ends Noogh's turn. Now it goes to the Electroforce's turn, which is going to move first. So it goes from long to medium for Colette, from medium to close, which is melee for Nugh, from far to long for Ozob, and from far to long for Zara. Now that it's at the close and medium distance, y'all, this is a biotitan. Not all of my combats are winnable, but let's find out. Epic battle.
Oh
You can
boy.
always run away.
Ozob sobs, like visibly, like is shaking and crying. And he's like, guys, I love you guys. If we don't make it out of it.
The player's having fun, right?
Yeah, no, I'm having fun. It's just Ozob is just like not having a good time.
Oh, okay. Very well. That's very brave of you, wee goblin. Now that the Electroforce is at the close range with Nugh, the first thing it's going to do is do an electrified spine attack. Electroforce has spines. They're actually metal. Woo, Bio-Titan. And with that spine, it is going to roll a d20 and see if it can gouge Nugh with its spines. It has charged and is now gouging. That is a natural 20. My goodness. This is going to do 16 structure points of damage.
Oh, no,
'cause
it's not.
doubled.
Oh,
It's not.
Oh boy.
I have armor plating and it soaks it. The first time your mech is hit by an attack, or takes damage, prevent the damage, and at all effects of the attack. Your armor plating system is then destroyed.
Nice. That saved your life, right? How many structure points does your mech have?
17.
Oh, goodness.
Guys, we're gonna
Let's
get
all
high.
say our structure points. Just to,
Oh yeah.
so I don't accidentally one-shot you.
I have 25.
Right.
5.
Wait, you have 5?
Yeah, that's
I'm
tech
double
one.
checking, so,
Yeah,
but I'm
no,
pretty
that sounds
sure.
right,
I
that
did.
sounds right.
way.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because it's a scout drone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That ends the Electroforce's turn. After that, it's one of the players' turn.
I'll go if that's okay with you.
Yeah, you're currently at the long distance.
So Colette's going to move Daphne into medium range, and then she is so she can move and attack.
Yep.
Okay, so she'll do that. So she will use her dual-linked FM3 flamethrowers, and the cool thing about them is that they are anti-organic, which does double damage to biotitans, and it also does burn 1, which I don't know what it does, but I can look that up. And I think overheat's not relevant because it's not a mech I'm attacking. So do I have to roll to attack?
Yes. Please roll
Okay.
a d20 and tell me the number.
Survey says 10.
Ooh, you have a tough choice. You succeed in your action, but at a cost. The mediator gives you a tough choice with some kind of setback attached. Your tough choice is either your flames deal half damage because you curled them up to hit the ceiling, or your flames do full damage, but you hit Nugh, and Nugh takes 2 structure point damage.
How's Nook's structure? Oh, yeah, he's the meat shield. We don't want that. Or overheat him.
I'm no longer a meat shield. I just lost my shield.
Okay, so I guess we'll do the half damage then.
Okay.
Let me. So sorry. Go ahead.
I shouldn't do half. Half is too much, right? Like, I'll do... Yeah, I guess I feel mean, but okay.
Well, it'll be a total damage. It was going to be a total damage of 4 between the 2 flamethrowers. So now it'll be 2.
Okay. Oh
Because
gosh, you
normally
guys
it
are
would
gonna
be
die. I should not reduce your damage. All right, you do full damage, but
Okay.
oh, this is bad. Okay, it goes down from 96 to
96.
to 93. I'll do -1 damage to 93 structure points.
Ooh, I don't think it matters. Okay, that's fair. She says, he says, what they say about valor and discretion. She says over the
stupid.
comms.
It's stupid? Ozob mentioned? That's scary.
Also, real quick, GM, I did look at just burn. So it says a weapon or attack with a burn trait deals the value in brackets to the target hit by the attack at the end of their turn. So it's gonna take another 2 damage at the end of the turn as well.
Nice. It's down to 91.
This is so exciting.
All right, we're almost 10% there.
Yay!
Is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of her turn, yeah.
Okay. At the end of your turn, the Biotitan's gonna get to make a Titanic action. It's gonna make an Electrified Spines attack on Nugh, because Nugh is still the closest. Nugh, that was an 8. I'm gonna check what that means on the table. A tough choice. It succeeds, so it's gonna make an Electrified Spines attack at you. Nugh, please go from 17 to 9, I think is what 17 minus 8 is. 9 structure points. And the tough choice that it's going to make is that I think it's either going to have to choose... Ooh, it's going to choose for its spine to break off in you. You gained a spine. It's poking out of your liver. Of the mech. Not Nugh's liver, but the mech's liver.
Lucky.
I mean, does my liver even work?
It's a mech. I'm just... That part of your body.
Wait, does that mean...
Does that mean I have now an electrified spine, not currently electrified, that I could beat it to death with?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
You got this.
And it can't make another Electrified Spine attack.
Oh, good.
That's the end of its Titanic action. Who's next? I think only Ozob hasn't gone and Zara. Okay, Ozob, you're at the medium distance.
All right. Can I move up to close distance from there?
Yep.
All right. Okay. So I see that Nugh has been hit. Is like looking like a pincushion, and all fear is gonna go like out the window. And as I scream, "Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!" and I just charge at the thing and bring down my mech melee armament, which is an iron spear. Please die! Please die! Please die! And I guess I roll for that. Ooh, that's a 2.
A 2 is a failure.
Yeah.
You have failed at what you were attempting to do. You face a setback of the mediator's choice. When attacking, you miss the target.
That
means-
would happen if he pushed.
Right.
Ooh.
I just want to say congratulations to this group of players. We totally did not push once during the other game. We just forgot it existed. Can you describe the push mechanics for us?
No, I don't know them.
Okay, I'll describe the push mechanics. Basically, you push your mech. You're in a mech, the brawler, right?
Mm-hmm.
And brawlers, it's got like picture like a core to its reactor, and you're at like 90% power, which is safe. But if you push to 100% power, you're gonna start to overheat. So add 2 to your heat. But what's your heat capacity as a brawler?
My heat capacity is 14, so I think I can.
Yeah, you can definitely you
push.
should be pushing like all the time.
Yeah, absolutely, until I explode. So I'm going to push.
So let me describe it. You're gonna re-roll the dice, and then we're gonna make a heat check. So go ahead
boy.
and re-roll that dice to see if your attack hits.
A 1.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I push
That-
again.
Well,
Can I push again?
yeah, you do not want a cascade failure for sure. So I think you can only push once in a turn, though. Let me double check the pushing rules.
That was.
I don't care. You guys, this is Salvage Union. It's a 300-page rule book. There's a limit to how much we can look up in one session. Go ahead and push more than once on a turn. Whether or not that's the real rule,
Ooh,
I don't know.
I have a 16, which is a lot better.
You're at 4 total heat, right? I'm going to make you make 2 heat checks because I feel
Okay.
like that's only fair. Some
That is-
consolation to the fact that there is a rule book that I'm not consulting. And a
That's fair.
heat check. So when you roll a heat check, give me your number out of 20.
All right, so the first one is 20,
Okay.
and the second one is 19.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, since I'm not sure if we can push on multiple turns, like multiples on one turn, is I'm going to say that you don't get to keep your natural 20, which seems fair.
Aw,
Aw.
fair enough.
Aw. No,
But
I'm
it-
going to give it to you.
Aw.
Yes, let's do epic game time. Reactor overdrive. Your mech's reactor goes into overdrive. Your mech can take any additional action this turn. And I'm going to make that GM ruling that you can attack twice this turn.
Okay, so I rolled
And that
a
explains the 2 pushes.
there you go. All right, so I have a 16 for the first hit. Does that hit?
Yes.
And then, so that's 7 damage.
Just do your damage twice.
oh,
You
just
hit
so I-
twice.
I just
Yeah, because
try-
you got a natural 20 on your push.
Oh!
Makes sense. You're doing... You went into reactor overdrive. You get 2 attacks.
Ozob
So-
likes this game.
Double
So
your
I-
damage.
I'm gonna do 14 damage then. I'm just going.
Describe what it looks like.
So I'm just rush past Nugh going, oh gods, oh gods, oh gods, and I just start stabbing wildly and saying, please die, please die, please die, please die.
And it goes down from 91 to 77 hit points for the Electrophorus. Your spear finds purchase in between the steel scales of this Electro Snake.
I love this. Is it dead yet? Can I go home?
It looks at you. Its giant eye, like in a whale's head, turns and focuses on you as
I
it
am
makes a titanic action.
I am so sorry.
Is it static field up?
Oh, yes, it is. Ooh. Thank you for rule checking. So static field, that's what I'm going to have as it's not going to take a titanic action this turn. It's going to activate its static field. Anything that starts its turn from now on will take 5 structure points of damage for being within close range of the Electrophorus. And I'm going to just, it says, or enters, but I'm going to be nice to you guys. I didn't include that in my stat calculations pre-game, so I'm not sure if you can still win.
Quick question out of curiosity. So
Yeah.
is this an electromagnetic pulse or ion or trait?
Ooh. The electrified spine was an ion trait.
Okay. Because I have electromagnetic, which makes it so that I ignore EMP or ion traits.
Yes, you are immune to the static field. That is definitely an electric thing.
Yay!
And Nugh, you're in close with this thing, and you've got two of those electric sensitive black ferrofluid. Have you guys ever seen a ferrofluid? You can you ever seen like an MP3 player visual display where like the music goes loud and quiet and loud and quiet, and the waveform goes big and small and big and small? A ferrofluid, if you like put an electric field on it, it changes shape like that to the dancing to the tune of the electric field. So you can like set it to music, and a ferrofluid is a really cool speaker display.
That's
like
actually
your
awesome.
sound system.
Interesting.
And Nugh, you can tell that against their will, as every pulse of the electric field is hitting them, these things are being almost ripped apart, being like, pulse, return, pulse, return. And they look like they're screaming, but they can't scream. Like
no.
they're really freaking out on your shoulder.
Cool. I know what I'm doing next round.
Okay. And that was the end of the Titanic action to activate that static field. Have all 3 player characters gone?
I believe so. Well, except
Yes.
for
Zara.
our employer, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Zara has
Zara
a
is
gun,
now going to take a turn. And to compensate for the math changing, and you guys, I don't want you to all super die right here necessarily. I want to give you a chance. Zara has sharpened cat claws. She really upgraded her weapons back at that crawler crafting bay that you guys did. And you guys have ever seen a cat like claws come out like Wolverine? Yeah. Like a Wolverine moment. And she looks at her mech claws and she looks at that biotitan and she's like, "Rah!" And she runs forward and she holds out her cat claws and she slashes all down the length, like she's going deeper in the tunnel, all down the length of this biotitan, making deep gouges in the side of the steel snake and doing 20 damage. So it's at 57 hit points now. To give you guys a chance.
Jeez. Okay, Zara.
At the end of her turn, the Titanic action that none of you wanted to see happens. This is the bioelectric arc attack. And this will be the last thing in this round before we roll initiative again. The bioelectric arc attack, which I think does not affect Ozob because it is electric. Electroforce fires an arc of bioelectricity. Choose up to 3 targets in medium range and make a single attack roll. So that'll be you 3 players. You are all medium or less. On a successful hit, so let's see if I hit or not. Oh, well, that was a 5. Let me check that table. A 5 is a failure. Oh, it goes to like bioelectric attack, you guys, and all of a sudden it has to sneeze. And it goes, hit you. And it sneezes and it blows the electricity back up in its sinuses and gives itself like a head rush.
Oh, bless you.
That ends this round. You guys, whoever was nominated, I think that was Colette, please roll again for the next turn's initiative.
So before I do that, GM, I want to tell you I missed something. I have to increase my heat and by 2 and must make a heat check after the attacks have been resolved. I missed that part of it.
Thank you for noticing that. So
Do you
let's
want me to
see
do
your
that
heat
now,
check.
or-
Yeah.
Okay, so she's gonna have 2 heat because she fired with both. No, for each. Is this 1 heat for each linked weapon? So is that 2 heat or 1?
I think we're treating that weapon as one weapon.
Okay, so she has 1 heat. So I'll roll a die, and the die is a 5.
System overload. One of your mech's system chosen at random or by the mediator is destroyed. I'm going to say, like Ring Around the Rosie, Pocket Full of Posies, Ashes, well fun, or you like do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. The number is 11. Count on your systems. And the one that you stop on 11, go ahead and read that one. That one is overheated. It is destroyed.
Oh, so one of the flamethrowers. Can I use a heat to push the heat check?
No.
I can't push it. Okay. So one of the flamethrowers eats it. So it's no longer linked, I guess.
Oof.
That's rough.
Yeah, it got too hot to handle. Do you want to describe what that looks like? Is that like the melting, exploding, or having to drop it?
The one of the flamethrowers, it just kind of, it's not been the coolant has not been properly set up, and so it melts. And Colette says I'm just too hot. And she shuts it down. The weapon link is now useless, and now she's down to 1 flamethrower. But at least her escape hatch didn't fuse shut.
You know, that would have been a bad one.
Yeah.
Okay, so the plus side is I'm not going to generate heat. The downside is I'm only going to fire with 1 flamethrower, but she is going to do that continue to do that at medium range. So
Noted.
she's going to roll that. Okay, that's an 11.
Oh, well, that was
To attack?
no. So that was
Or does
just the thing that you were remembering from your turn, right? So we were about to.
Yes.
That was.
Oh,
the end
I'm
of all
sorry.
that round, yeah.
I jumped the gun. I apologize.
That's okay. So where we were was that we had just finished that round of combat. The biotitan is at 57 hit points, and I believe Colette was about to roll for the group initiative table.
Okay, well, I can use 11 because that's what I just rolled.
Okay.
We'll use 11 for that.
Quick draw. 1 pilot chosen by the players acts first. Play then passes to the NPC group, which we call Electrophorus. Which person wants to act first?
Nugh?
Yeah, I'd like to
First
get
or-
out of there.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
I don't have anything with hacking, but I'd like to see if I can talk to this thing. But I don't need to be close to do so. I don't think.
I'm going to consider talking one of those things you can do in unlimited, like, it's not going to take up your turn to talk. It's like a free action in D&D. I think it's what is
Okay.
it? What's the name of all the actions? So there's here we go. Reaction, instant, free, instant, turn, 1 minute. Got it. So that is considered a free action.
Okay. Then I will try to talk to the eel, which is hilarious because I can't talk, but that's okay. So I'm just going to thing, birthday, as I back away slowly. Okay, so I'm going to interpret that as still angry, but I'm backing away and
Or maybe it's
When
saying it's
I-
its birthday, actually.
yeah, right. Maybe. Yeah. It's my birthday. And medium range, I think. I get back to medium range. Okay.
Yeah, you're back to
And
medium.
I do have to take 5 structure points from starting my turn in its aura, essentially, right?
You're down to 4.
Yeah. So I back away, trying to say nice things to it, and then as my action, can I comfort the oozes that are on my shoulders?
Free action.
I will do that.
That leaves your action. You're still able to act.
There's not a whole lot I want to do. I don't have a thrown weapon or anything, and I certainly don't want to throw its spine back at it because it might start using it again. So,
You don't have to worry about that.
Thank you.
so I think I'd like to maybe take a defensive posture. So if it comes closer, I will hit it. And I don't know if that's a thing that we can. I don't know if declared action is a thing I can do, but that's essentially what I would like to do.
Okay, and you can hit it right now because you're able
I know,
to take
but
one
I'm-
action on your.
But
okay.
I'm trying to let it know that I don't actually want to kill it. We could have a negotiation here if it's smart enough to understand that.
Yeah, let me describe the scene. So it's sort of like a rabbit trying to argue with a wolf, like being like, "We can be friends," and it's like, "I'm here to eat you."
Yes. Well,
Maybe if you pretend you're an eel, it could be like, oh, never mind.
It's like the squeaky toy that your dog really likes to rip apart. Squeaking.
Oh.
I'm assuming this. Oh, it's a silver tongue. It says glean what motivates an NPC and use it to convince them to do as you wish. I don't think this counts.
I mean, we
You
don't
can
speak
roll.
the
You can roll. I mean, we can.
Okay.
We see. You know.
can
Maybe
I
it'll
actually-
fool on your friends.
Just thinking about that on my turn.
It's still my turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could read a person.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
this counts as a conversation, I could read the thing.
Also going to count that as a free action.
Okay. Well, it costs 1 AP, so
Yeah.
I will roll it. I got a 20.
Oh, yeah. You can you're a nonverbal character. So
I
you're
really am.
very,
Yep.
yeah. So you're very in touch with body language. And you notice the saliva dripping between the teeth of this giant eel face, like dragon-headed thing, and how its stomach is gurgling, and it's really excited and happy, like when a dog's tail wags its whole butt, and it's really happy to eat you.
Okay, so I have learned. Because I actually don't actually have to roll. I just rolled because I thought I did. But so it sounds like I got 2 pieces of information from that list. I learned what internally motivates the target, and I learned something the target intends to do soon.
Yes.
Okay. All right, then I'll hit it with my improvised leg. I'll just roll to try to hit it.
Yeah.
Unless I can keep that 20 that I didn't actually have to roll.
I mean, it was
do
really
it.
cool.
Yeah, keep the 20.
I'll keep the
And
20.
you hit
I
it
like
before
the 20.
you move away.
I hit it before I back away, which I guess is no longer like slowly backing away with my hands up, but more like smack it and run.
Yes.
That's the
Okay,
movement.
so I smacked it with basically a level 1 bio scrap.
All right.
I don't know how much damage that does. It's improvised, so meh.
Roll the d20, and if it's high, I'll give you more. I'll give you 2. And if it's low, I'll give you 1.
Can I push?
No, don't push for this.
You got a 3.
That was okay. That's a 1. Yeah, you did 1 damage. You're down to 56 on this biotitan. Yeah, I was gonna give you 2 if it was high, so don't not worth pushing.
Okay, well, it wasn't that much. All right.
No. All right. That is Nugh's turn.
Wow, even with a 20, I did 1 point of damage.
Oof.
Well,
Yeah.
You got to use so.
I have to use an actual weapon. I know.
Yeah, you got to use the mechanics of the system we're playing. Yeah. You're right. I forget how many. You were the first person to act, right? So that means I have all 3 Titanic actions.
I am the first person to act.
Okay, so there are 3 Titanic actions remaining.
Don't hit Nugh. Hit me. Actually, don't. Just go away, please. Ozob says over the loudspeaker, which I don't know if I have. I don't have a loudspeaker, but I'm whispering it very quietly.
We have the comms module, so we all hear you at least.
You're close.
I
You're
like
the closest one to it.
I like that Ozob is like the biggest coward and also in like the beefiest mech that does the most damage.
That was actually kind of my intention. I wanted to play with this, like, I am a close quarter character, but I really don't want to be here.
I love that.
I thought it'd be fun, and it is so far.
Okay, so the thing about not attacking you anymore with your spines is that if I don't, you will all die. Because bioelectric arc deals 3 people at once. So, how do you, the players, feel about me having said that earlier? Can I still attack you with the electrified spines? Yeah.
Sure, you could just be one of them. It ripped out one of them.
Yeah, it ripped out 1 spine.
There's
are more spines.
Maybe it's reduced.
Back up.
Maybe it's reduced damage.
Oh, I love that. Okay, what's going to say is it cuts the damage from the spine in half because it's been ripped off, right? So, like, it's just the nub.
Oh, that's gross.
It's still hitting you with it. Well, yeah, it's gross.
It's just probably shooting electrified blood at us now. Like,
Oh, man.
ugh,
All
or
right.
goo.
I'm picturing like a lizard's tail where it's like the tip is gone, but it's still got a tail, you know?
Gross.
Or like half a cat whisker, right? Sometimes they just walk around with half a whisker for a long time.
Huh.
No one knows why. Yeah, okay, so I'm reducing it from 8 to 4 for the electrified spine. Good. Okay, so as a reaction, at the end of Nugh's turn, this Biotitan, Electroforce, is going to try to make a reduced damage electrified spine attack, which is an ion attack on Ozob. And with this, it's going to notice, so it did hit you, but it's going to notice that you didn't care.
This is my positioning inside the mech suit. I'm just like arms up, fists curled, like one eye closed, and like the other one peeking out to see what happens.
And it's not the brightest Biotitan, but it notices that nothing happened when it did that. And it's like,
I pretend to act shocked, like, ah.
Now that the reaction is over, Titanic actions are cool. Now it's its turn. Am I doing this right? I feel like it should only go once during all of your all turns, right? And
I
then you guys
don't
go,
know
go,
how
go.
I think
Titanic.
Yeah, I don't know that
work.
it would have had the spine attack after mine because it hadn't taken its turn yet.
Oh, that's true. It didn't refresh.
It refreshes at its turn.
Yeah, I mean, it did have 2 left, but it has 3 Titanic actions. But
Did it? Because it... Oh, I guess that was...
It had,
yeah.
it had 2.
Yeah, because it did the spines, it did... and it did the bioelectric
You're
arc
right.
attack.
That hasn't happened yet. All right, we're deep into the combat. We're approaching the end. Everybody's getting a little confused. I'm going to say that it takes its turn for this round, and that is what it did. It did the electrified spine attack, and it notices that it doesn't hit you, and that was its turn.
Okay.
All right. Next is the party. Yeah.
Okay. Just to let you know, the GM, it says the bioelectric arc attack uses 2 Titanic actions.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so Colette's looking almost Ozob-like in her nervousness, but she is not giving up now. She's got to at least piss it off enough a little bit, so maybe it doesn't want to follow us. So she can do an attack and then move. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, so she'll do that. So she's gonna fire her one non-linked flamethrower. 17.
17 to hit. That is a success with no complications.
So it'll take 2 damage, and then at the end of the turn, it'll take an additional 1 damage.
Noted. We're down to 53.
Wow. Ooh. Okay, great. She's gonna move move to long range in anticipation of trying to get the hell out of here.
All right. With its refreshed 3 Titanic actions, Electric Force is going to wail on, we're talking like so many electric spine attacks on Ozob, and reach a frustration level of realizing that these do not affect you. It's down to 2 Titanic actions remaining. And now Ozob and Zara, I think Zara's going to go first. Zara's going to take her very, very shiny cat claws and reduce it from 53 to 25 hit points.
Nice.
Ozob, it's your turn.
This electromagnetic thing seems really overpowered against this monster. All right, let me try. I'm going to go, stop it, please. And I'm going to just poke it with my iron spear. And I have a 7. I'm going to push.
Push.
Come on. That's a 5. Do I do it again?
You're adding 4 heat. What's your heat capacity? Is 14. You're
It's
at 8?
14. I'm at 8, yeah.
Push.
I'm going to do it again. Hey, if I explode, I have an ejection thing. Oh, 19. I have 19 now.
Okay, first succeed on your attack. Describe your attack and how much damage it does.
So I'm you can clearly see he's looking away from the attack as he pokes this thing, stab. And and then and you can see sparks beginning to fly out from the cockpit. And basically it's starting to glow a very unhealthy reddish color as it's starting to overheat. So I need to roll heat checks, right? 2 of them, right?
How much damage did you do with your attack?
So that's going to be 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. Yeah, so roll 2 heat checks.
I have an 18 for the first and a 13 for the second.
I'm looking at the heat check table, and that says your mech's reactor has overheated. Your mech shuts down and gains the vulnerable trait. Your mech will reactivate at the end of your next turn. In addition, your mech takes an amount of structure point damage equal to your current heat. So you go down from 25 structure points. You're currently at, was it 8?
Yeah, I'm at 8.
To 17 structure points remaining in your mech, and you can't move, and all damage taken is doubled until the start of your next turn when you can move again.
So here's a question.
And end of your next turn.
So here's a question. If all does that include my systems? Because if that's true, I think that means that he can hit me now.
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, guys, it's been an honor.
Escape hatch! That's
a reaction.
Ejection.
Yes.
Oh, right. Ejection pod.
But I want you to describe the hit that you did.
So,
because you took this thing that started out at 96 structure points down to 18.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna this is a lucky shot, 1 in a million. I'm just looking away as I thrust forward, and it just sinks into this vulnerable. I'll say it's into the nub or whatever, and just goes right into it, and then it starts howling and writhing on it like a worm on a hook.
Yeah. Anybody want to make any sad dog yip sounds?
And then as soon as that happens, I just curl up. Like my mech goes and then just curls up on itself.
It
Like in
yips
the-
like a dog that bit a porcupine.
Yeah.
And it's gonna retreat. It's gonna go backwards down the tunnel. You stabbed it in the face with a spear. You snapped off one of its like bioelectric spines. This is not food.
Yeah. Not food. Bad dog.
It was here for food. And as it retreats, Zara sees, because the length of the snake body was blocking the way, how not well you guys are. I believe, Nugh, describe your mech.
Pretty beat up. There's, exposed wires, and there's a constant as steam is escaping from the tubing. Everything's got all the dials and everything are just going back and forth, just wild and crazy. It's clearly there is distress.
And Ozob has literally collapsed and is laying on its side, upright turtle,
And parts of it are melted, across the cockpit in rivets.
So Zara sees this and goes, "My mechs, no!" And rushes. She's been kicking butt with her shiny cat claws. It retreats and down the tunnel, so you can still see it. It's sparkling down there. If you guys wanted, you could finish it off. But oh, you're shaking your head no.
I think Zara is the only one who has a chance of doing enough damage to actually take it out. So either she does that or it gets away.
Yep.
Play your decision. How do you want Zara, the NPC, to react?
Kill it.
Zara looks at her damaged mechs, and now you guys can hear it over the comms. You can hear her go, "My beautiful mechs, you little." She chases the snake down the tunnel, and that is the end of the snake.
I go pick up Ozob and make sure that that he restarts properly.
You find me in the cockpit just sucking on my thumb, just eyes closed. Just bracing for the impact that will never come now.
Birthday.
Oh, are we in heaven already? Oh, thank God. Nugh, I'm so sorry you had to die. That's not my character voice. Thank God. I am fine. I'm fine. There we go. I was so shocked that my goblin voice wore off.
I gesture around the area that they're still.
Oh, we're still in hell. Never mind.
So Colette's new pal or pet, who she's calling 1000, the Mercury guy, what's he up to? How is he taking all of this?
When the electricity was sizzling around you, a bolt of electricity sizzled across the surface of the black ooze, your ferrofluid nanites. The black puddle needled outward in 1,000 directions like a sea urchin for only half a second, and then the black puddle went completely flat like a pond and slowly slid to the floor of the mech, not moving in any way. But now that the electricity is gone, it is gently and extremely slowly climbing back up to your shoulder perch, if you want it there, or
Oh, absolutely.
all right.
No one's gonna have that kind of accessory.
It spreads itself across the buttons on your control panel, and every time you press a button, it plays a game with you like a cat swiping at your fingers.
Nice.
She's gonna try and shoo it away a little bit so she can get on the comms with Ozob. Ozob, what's your status? Doesn't look very good.
I'm terrified. And I think some of my systems are spent. I gotta double check. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. No, the systems are here, but I think I'm gonna be shut down for a little while. And it all boots up all at once. Never mind, I'm back.
You're all back. Come here, I'll get you some of this stuff.
Wait, we have a full thing now. Yeah, because we left all the stuff at the crawler.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we dumped it all at the crawler.
I love crawlers. So I guess I will follow in carefully.
Yes.
If it moves, though, I'm running and screaming. This is not
It does not move. You walk past it. It's been defeated. And you find in this cavern a bunch of really, really ancient electric circuit board machines. Sort of like, picture like an underground nuclear bunker, like way back in the day. They made a whole bunch of them, and there were computers down there. This hasn't been breached since then until this, electric snake drilled its way in. And Zara's eyes light up and, well, she's in a mech. Zara's excited voice rings through your comm system and she goes, "Look at all of these treasures! Please, everyone, fill your cargo capacity with all of these. Wow!" And each of you please get 1 Tech 2 scrap that is specifically for Zara. She's very excited. And you're carrying like a really, really old Dell monitor.
It must be really big if it takes an entire cargo space.
Yeah, you got one of those like whole room computers, like the big beige towers.
That's actually kind of awesome.
Although from the old days.
Man, I haven't seen a computer like this in forever.
We find a pile of Atari cartridges. They all have ET on them.
Oh, all the ET ones, yeah.
You find the dump that all those went to.
They were buried.
Yeah,
They were literally buried.
Yeah.
Some old Wii consoles with motion track or whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
I gesture to Ozob. Thing.
I buzz the chainsaw. Get this thing? All right. Should I just start hacking at things?
You all did the area salvage. I sort of just gave it to you because you defeated the monster.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, success.
Success.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Can we go home now? I think I soiled something. Something got soiled. I don't know what.
Probably your everything, Colette says.
Probably yes.
Yeah, Ozob smells better than usual. He must have soiled himself.
He's like kind of the reverse.
You.
Can we salvage the biotitan itself?
Yes, you can. It is 96 bio salvage, which can each be traded for Tech 1 scrap in the trading bay.
Okay, so like the other one.
All right, so Bio Titan Goo 1.
You get like a piece of eel meat, Eel meat is poisonous before it's cooked. I think. You get like a steel scale. You get one of them electric spines. It's like got an electric eel spine feeler thing.
So the other one.
The other one.
Because I already have the first one.
You already have one.
Imagine if you could decorate like one of our mechs with like Monster Hunter style. Just have like electric spines out everywhere.
Zara muses to herself. I wish I could have decorated Citadel with this. It would have been so impressive. You know how Bastion is like a moving tour bus. Sure.
What is tour bus?
Citadel was like a moving city.
Oh, really? Wow. It must have been really nice. Why'd you lose it?
Her face, well, she's, there's silence over the comm for a second.
Oh.
And she says, before meeting you guys, I had almost lost faith in people. My previous employees and me, our relationship was not as good. I'm very glad to have met you, Fireblazing Kittens.
Aww. Well, we like you too, cat lady.
Says, well, that's what you get when you hire us. That's why we're the fire-breathing kittens and your other employees weren't.
No, he
Well,
was a freelancer. I think I'd hire only out of guilds after this.
Oh, good idea. So, should we go back to our crawler and start trading some of this stuff in?
That seems like an excellent idea.
You head out of the round tunnel and back into the canyon. Far above you, as you step out into this canyon, right from that round tunnel, you hear the distant sound of rock falling.
Uh-oh.
In front of us, or
Above you. You're
okay?
down the wall a little bit, emerging from the gray rock from the round hole.
Ozob looks up.
Can Colette see anything with Daphne's zoom optics Anything more
Ooh.
specific?
Yeah, let's do that. All right, so is there any roll or you just can see one further?
I don't think so. It further allows you to zoom in and see one range band further than you currently are.
Excellent. So you see, because of your upgraded system, you see pebbles falling off of the rock walls way, way above you. Like that loose earth, how the highest point of earth is like soil and sediment and like small pebbles. You see those are what is falling, and they're seemingly to jumping off of the canyon wall and skittering down the canyon wall. And you have one reaction that you can give your party before I do the next thing.
She will tell this information to everybody.
Yes, and a conclusion.
Yeah, I'm thinking. She will. I'm trying to think. She'll try to fly up as quick as possible.
Okay, you are up. Got it. There's a large jolt forward that affects everyone except for the hovering Colette. Colette, you take 1 structure point of damage as the canyon wall comes at you and touches your hoverboard parts.
Oh, that wasn't wise.
Rocks are falling all around you. The canyon continues shaking violently. It's difficult to remain clinging to the wall. Everyone, what are you doing to prevent yourself from falling off this side of the canyon?
I guess I take my spear and just jam it right into the cliffside. Try to give purchase. Just
Yeah.
That spine was curved, right?
Yeah.
So I use it as a hook.
Roll a d20.
I have a 10.
And Colette, go ahead and roll to see if that jolt from the canyon wall pushes you too far and you lose your ability to hover and plummet down the canyon. Or
Ooh, 19.
if it didn't.
19.
Okay, we got 19 for Colette. You're fine. You stay on the canyon wall.
I got a 6. Would this be a good time for me to push?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I gotta find the push roll because I don't have a whole lot of heat to spare here. So, do I just take 1 heat when I push?
You take 2 heat when you push.
Okay. Well, I can
What's
do it
your
once.
heat capacity? Okay.
3. 3. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna push, and I rolled a 1.
Oh boy.
And this is where Fire Breathing Kittens dies.
Nah, I got an escape hatch. I can get out of here.
Ozob, what did you roll?
I rolled a 6.
A 6. Noted. Noted that a 6 is a tough choice. Yeah. Okay, first, I'm going to do Nugh, because that's very easy to interpret. You got a what?
1.
A 6.
A 1 is a cascade failure, Nugh. Something has gone terribly wrong.
Yeah.
You suffer a severe consequence of the mediator's choice. Your hand that had been punching, Noogbot 3001 had been punching, like pushing Dimples and Fondant into that rock wall. You punch and the rock wall comes towards you, and you punch and it comes towards you, and the combined force normal and force of canyon push you way far away from that canyon wall. We're talking like 15 feet away from the side of the Grand Canyon, and you are plummeting.
Cool.
You can use your escape hatch. I want to know if you do or not.
Either I land inside a gigantic metal thing, and probably take enough structural damage that the mech is destroyed, or I jettison and then I'm just free falling. Which is more likely to survive hitting?
You can jettison yourself into the canyon wall if you want. I'll let you roll another d20 and I let Ozob catch you maybe.
Oh, sure. Why not? All right. I'll try that. Remember, my little friends are on my shoulders.
Yes, they come with.
I rolled a 5.
Does your escape hatch need a roll?
Yes,
no,
it does.
but
Yeah, it does.
oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does
there's
need
like
a
a
roll.
number. There's
It
numbers
does.
on it.
The escape hatch fails to trigger and is damaged in the process. It must be repaired to intact condition to be used again.
Oh,
Wow.
no, Nugh, no.
Wow.
Cool.
So to that tough choice, Ozob, here's your tough choice. Nugh was above you.
Okay.
You see Nugh fall.
Oh, no.
You can try to reach out and get Nugh, and while falling, maybe you could do something about it, but you would let go of the wall if you do that.
Oh, God.
It's fine. It's fine. I got spare parts somewhere.
Okay, but what's the other choice?
Or you can reach out one hand to try to get Nugh, right? And there's no real chance, like there's no certainty that you'll connect, and I will roll a dice and randomly determine. But you would be connected to the wall. But you could like push yourself out and try to push Nugh to the other wall with you, like you know, like if you like when people save someone from an oncoming bus in a show and they like run and they hit the kid with their body and then they drag the kid with them and they keep going past the bus, you know, in the ideal situation where nobody gets hit by the bus and both people get on the far side. You can try to like grab Nugh's mech with yours and try to get to that far wall, or you can try to hold on to the wall you're on and reach out an arm, but you might miss Nugh. Those are your two options.
I'm going to do the first one because I think that one's better. And Ozob was not going to let Nugh fall to his death.
Okay.
I'm going to try the best.
I'm going to roll a quick luck check just to make sure. Yeah, that's a 16. Describe.
So I said, Nugh! And I like just lunge, just no concern for my well-being, just grab onto Nugh and as I plummet, try to grab onto the wall as I fall.
You smack hard into Nugh. Your heads bump into one another. It hurts a little bit, but you also smack hard into that wall, and that almost helps you. The indent of your bodies, your giant mech suit bodies colliding into the canyon wall, almost helps you stick to it.
Lovely.
As the rock crumbles and dust explodes in a huge cloud as this brown and red and orange sedimentary rock goes poof because it's, you know, it's been lying dormant for thousands of years and now it's getting a mech to the face basically. And the whole area is dusty. Colette, you don't know what's happened to your friends initially as the dust obstructs your view, and finally the dust clears. Colette, you see across the way your friends clinging to the rock wall, and before you, where was simply the wall of earth, stratified into sedimental layers, your friends have punched through and the rock wall has weakened, and you now see, slightly behind them, an opening, a dark hole in the earth as they have opened a new cavern.
Can she get towards them?
If you can cross this cavern, this crevice somehow, you see, and I don't even know if your friends are aware of it yet, but you see that they pushed open a hole.
Oh, she doesn't have a loudspeaker anymore.
You have comms,
Got
though.
rid of
we
that.
still have comms.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we can still get on the comms. Okay, so she will say, she'll ask, she says, where are you guys? What happened? I saw your mechs fall.
Ozob, save Nugh.
And now Colette will save both of you.
Yay.
She will try to get over there and give them some support.
How are you crossing this chasm? And they're fine. They're clinging to the wall.
Oh, okay. And I'm on the other side. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. You're on the side with the crawler.
I don't know. All I have is
Did you tell us there's a hole there?
Oh, no, I didn't. There is a hole in front of you. Get in there. Can't you see it?
DM.
As the
you
dust
guys were a little
settles.
shell-shocked. Right,
Yeah.
right. Now you see, oh, look, a big new cavern.
I'm just gonna like shove Nugh into the hole. Just like just shove you.
You're safe, Nugh. You're lying horizontal.
And then I fall on
I
my
get
death.
up. My locomotive system's not damaged. Just my escape hatch.
Oh my gosh.
Oh! I thought you would have. I think I misunderstood. I thought you would have jumped out of it, but I guess you're still part of the mech. Okay.
Yeah,
Or in the mech, rather.
The escape hatch failed.
Possibly permanently, Colette.
So
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Oh no, I think it can be repaired.
I can't get out of it, at least not quickly.
It's basically in that part of the movie where she's like, "Don't worry, I'll use my escape hatch. Escape hatch failure. Escape hatch failure."
Yeah.
You're like, nah.
You guys remember that scene in Iron Man where Brody just falls?
Oh
Yeah.
This is what I imagined just happened, except that you actually got me this time instead of hitting.
Yeah. Yeah. Explosion.
Yeah. But I'm
What is
fine.
it?
Apparently we didn't even take damage, right?
That's
No.
nice. Well, you kind of took damage because your system's down.
Yeah. But like, I didn't take structural damage because I don't have many structural points left.
Yeah, that would suck. Imagine if I grabbed you and then you dealt damage, so I accidentally like just crush you to death.
Yeah.
Instead, I'd be like, no,
I'm
You're
trying to.
giving yourself new nightmares.
I know, this is horrible.
Is there a way to reduce
Ozob.
heat?
Yeah, but it takes a long time, and you don't have a lot of time because Zara reacts to that earthquake. And she goes, "That rock slide, that would definitely have attracted more biotitans and more scavengers, salvagers. We will quickly not be the only people in this area, but a crevice." And she's going to roll a d20 to see if she can get across the gap.
Falls to her death.
She's like, "I cannot cross that gap. I wonder how I would get across. Maybe I can go to the bottom and then go back up. I don't know. It's too far across right here." She starts heading down.
I gesture to the top, like,
"I'm at the bottom now," she says in the comms. "I am now climbing up the other wall."
I just love Nugh's look right now. You're so irritated.
yeah.
Colette's gonna follow, by the way.
And I feel like all of the Nuggbot suit is supposed to look like him. So I feel like yeah, it doesn't have great great structure and everything else, but what it does have is articulated eyebrows and functional facial, right? So like he's able to express, thank goodness, because otherwise, who would know? So yeah.
"I have now climbed up the opposite wall and I am approaching you guys. You should see me in visuals soon," she says through the comms.
Yay.
Birthday.
All right. Colette, you followed?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All three of you are now at the entrance to the newly opened crevice thingy. It's like a cave, but you punch through the wall.
All right, so Ozob is going to weirdly just have the mech collapse and then be like, "Wait a minute, I'm not using my real muscles," and then get back up. And then I'm going to look around. What do I see?
The moment you enter this crevice, the air being pumped into your mech suit by a tiny fan smells different. The dry, stagnant air hits your face, propelled by the fan, and you can smell in the air how long this area has been undisturbed. A very long time. This is a long rectangular room. Colorful, embedded geometric designs decorate the walls. 2 thrones sit on a dais in the middle. Zara raises a fist in the air, triumphant. "Yes, an undisturbed ancient ruin!" Her cat mech leaps and bounds, cat running towards the throne.
Wait, Zara, what about traps?
"I made a giant mech! Ha ha!"
Fair enough.
Nugh and Colette, the black ferrofluid puddles on your shoulders, raise a round blob up out of the puddle and direct it left and right to the ceiling and the throne. Basically, they're looking at your view screen, actually. And they're like, "Woo," and they get closer to your view screen. They move a few inches closer to your view screen, and they're like, "Woo."
When the view screens are showing the thrones.
Just this new area, yeah.
This new area, okay. Colette's gonna move forward, but maybe not with as much speed as Zara.
Nugh is also going to move forward, also with not that much speed, but not because of lack of desire. Just things are a little bit creaky right now.
Taking a licking, yeah.
Took a licking. Keep on ticking, but
I follow the others.
Do you want to roll your area salvage?
Yes, I do. Bzzzt. I have a 5.
Better than nothing. You find 1 scrap of the tech level of the area, which is a 6.
Wow.
Okay, I'm throwing away the stupid eel flesh. Just not even looking back. I'm like, "Excuse me, I have real tech. I'm rich!"
And what that looks like is that you found a treasure chest, like in every video game ever. And when you open it, the gold light reflecting off your face, reflects off your face like a movie. The chest is full of gold, jewels, magical amulets, relics, scrolls, all sorts of goodies. Zara's like, "Hey, how much can you carry? Come here." And she directs you guys all to these sort of like dressers around the room, like where you would just store stuff, and they're just storing all their, old-timey Water Tribe scrolls and stuff like that in there.
Nice. I can finally learn Water Whip.
I believe these were what you were looking for, Colette says.
Yes, we have finally been the first to an area that is full of immense treasure. Dump all the biosalvage out and let's fill your cargo with this.
Which is so disrespectful to the culture that this once belonged to. We literally just threw all this like rotting carcasses and then took all their stuff.
Colette would just be, everything you just said would be foreign language to her. She'd be like, what? Who cares? What does that even have to do with anything? They're not around to enjoy it.
It's like leaving a dead fish on someone's grave.
It's worse than grave robbing.
You're dumping all this biotitan remnants on there. What a terrible exchange.
I want to scan some of the treasure. Take a little time to do just the short range data scanner.
Yeah.
Sorry, dead fish.
And it says it can be a mech, system, module, vehicle, creature, artifact, structure, fauna, or flora, anything else appropriate in the world. And what I'm looking for is something that looks like it could be of goblinoid origin.
Your radar goes off on the throne.
I am going to scan the throne.
There's a gold stick with a green ball at the end, a tall gold stick with ball jewel at the top, leaning across the throne. That is of goblinoid origin.
I can ask 2 questions, and the answers must be true. Question number 1, is this the relic that that my friend has been looking for? Ozob has been looking for?
Yes.
Question 2, does he want it? I hold it out to him.
Oh, you're touching it.
I pick it up to hold it out to him.
Okay, you pick it up with your mech's hand.
My mech, because I haven't left my mech, because I cannot leave my mech.
and you hold it out to the brawler mech what's the name of your mech? The
Rusty Goblin.
Rusty Goblin.
Yeah.
Not Dirty Goblin.
Yeah. Okay, and you're picking it up with your mech hand.
Yes, with the Nugh 3001.
I can't believe it. It is the first relic. I thought this was a myth. I thought that my god was being a jerk and sending me off on a wild goose chase. I'm so excited.
Birthday.
I would kiss you, Nugh, if you weren't sealed inside your mech right now.
Birthday?
Yeah, we'll wait till your birthday. That's a good idea.
Nugh takes like a hesitant step back, like, whoa, dude. But it's still holding out the scepter for you.
Thank you. I'm gonna grab it with my mech hands and just look at it and be like just goblin eyes a-glitter. My dark, soulless red eyes a-glitter with money signs and just, I did it!
Zara looks at the thing in your hand and she goes, "Oh, that is obviously cursed. I would leave that here. Don't touch that. We don't have time. The earthquake would have been sensed as those are on their way. We must go back to the crawler."
But this is the relic of the Deputz clan, my people.
Hey, that's on you, but clearly cursed. Just saying.
No, I'm so close. I cannot leave it here. Okay, I'll just hold it in my mech hands, and then I guess we put it in a case or something, an anti-curse case when we get back. That'd be a text. Huh? You're right. This is the right thing to do, I say. And I'm going to walk out with the...
All right, so when it comes to cool, pricey loot, how much cargo space would that take?
Oh, this is all going to me, all of the loot that you collected, and then I don't think it takes a slot to carry your stuff. Yeah, it's not a cargo slot to carry your stuff.
No, not the staff. I mean all the other loot, the non-staff loot. How much cargo space does that take?
Full.
Just one? The whole thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Like we dropped all the bio scrap for this.
If you want to.
Said.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Colette does.
And that there was a T2 scrap that we also picked up. Should we drop that too? My job here is to carry things. So if Zara says pick up and carry these things, I will pick up and carry these things instead of the other things.
Please deposit everything else that you have here and replace it with this amazing loot. Thank you all. My employees, you are the best. I will pay you $4,000 each. I I've already paid you. It's prepaid.
All right, so
funds are-
Colette will do the same thing.
Your funds are still going into your account. My funds are still going into your account. Well done.
Yep. Quickly, to Bastion. We must return before other people arrive.
This is gonna be incredibly difficult to climb with like one arm and the other one holding the staff. And I'm just like, I have a nightmare it's going to fall and then I will lose it forever.
Well, could you take this? Could your character take the staff and bring it into his cockpit?
Yes.
I will do that because I just
You touched it?
Oh, that's right. It's cursed.
Oh, it's cursed.
Wait, no. Did you touch it?
I was thinking what I do is I pop open my head and then just like pop it in like, a toothpick holder. Like just boop, and it like lands next to me.
Okay, so it's in your mech cockpit and you're saying no, you haven't touched it, but you don't need your hand to carry it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it hits my knee.
It touches you. Please
Yeah.
roll a d20.
Oh God. I have a 2. No.
And that's not mech related. You can't push it.
Push it real good.
Ozob,
Yeah.
you turn into a gerbil.
Oh
Wow.
no.
A clean gerbil.
Yeah.
No.
Is this
Yeah,
next
don't worry.
to
Yeah.
Squeak, 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 squeak,
Can we hear the squeaking on the comms?
squeak, squeak,
Yes.
squeak, squeak, squeak.
I will pick up both the gerbil and the rod in my mech hand.
They're inside the cockpit.
But it's open, right?
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
popped it open. So maybe she could reach in and like, I just picture her picking her up with me up
Like
and,
a toothpick.
and just like,
Do they touch again?
Yes. Yes, they do.
oh no.
Because I have to pick them up in one hand, so
Yeah.
Fair
yes,
enough.
they do.
Squeak,
I have,
squeak, squeak.
I have a theory
Oh, God.
about this rod.
Roll a d20.
All right, roll d20. Who?
Ozob.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
right,
not
okay.
touching it. You are.
I have a 1.
Wow.
Turned into a mouse this time.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Do you have any spare dice? Looks like you need to replace that one.
No, I don't.
That one's not been treating you very well.
No, it's fine. It got me the 20.
So
did.
Nugh looks like Lenny from Of Mice and Men, but like holding this in the gigantic mech hands.
It's a tiny mouse.
Am I at least dirty again?
Aw, each time you shape change, you're clean.
No. This is a goblin's worst nightmare.
I'm gonna pick up the rod and just tap Ozob again.
Roll a d20, Ozob.
I have a 9.
You're a chihuahua.
Do it again.
Another.
I have a 10.
A leopard gecko. Hey, Ozob,
Tap.
roll a 13.
I have a 19 now.
Yeah, roll a 13.
Oh, okay. I roll a 13.
You're a goblin.
Oh, thank
But
God.
a clean one. Since I'm like so beat up, I just like hold one of my and I guess now I guess I have to drop him because hand, right? But I just like drip my hand over him and like oil and like some like hydraulic fluid drips out onto him.
Oh, thank God. You're a real good one for that, Nugh.
Birthday.
I'm just like, oh my. I was like, I'm scrubbing myself down like it's a shower
So
at this
it would
point.
appear Zara was completely correct about that staff.
No, it's probably fine, I say, putting a glove on and picking up the staff.
And I'm probably also right about the people who sensed the earthquake.
Oh yeah, we should go. Put me back inside the mech, please.
I help you back into the back.
All right, I'm gonna stow this shape-shifting cane somewhere where it cannot be found or touched, and we should get going.
We book it.
So
We book it.
we
Yeah.
get the heck out of there.
You're climbing that canyon as fast as you can. You're climbing that canyon as fast as you can. You stick your head up out of the Grand Canyon, and there's dust on the horizon. 2 horses and a covered wagon are on their way here. The first horse is ridden by a 30-year-old human man, sees Colette and neither of you guys. 6'1", 175 pounds, blonde, pale skin, blue eyes. This man is wearing like a backpack, something covered by cloth that flaps in the wind. It's hard to tell what it is from this far away, even for Colette, with her long vision. The second horse is ridden by some sort of machine person whose head is shaped like it's wearing a crown. There's a screen where its face would be, and on that screen is the countenance of a human woman with blonde hair. A human woman with blonde hair who hates when her wedding cake gets stolen. They are getting closer.
Reasonable. Okay, guys, what do we do? I think we can just punt the horse off the cliff if we need to.
Enemy.
Colette says, yes, enemy.
Are they between
yeah,
us and the bastion?
No, they're in the far distance.
Oh, well then let's just go to the bastion.
Agreed. Yes, let's go very, very quickly away from these people to the bastion. That's all, she doesn't elaborate.
Zara sprints towards Bastion. As she does, they get one range band closer and she can see their faces. You guys have reached, it's sort of like the movie Twister where your hand's on the storm shelter and you're opening it to step inside. And she sees the figures. Her black braided hair whips the air as she rapidly turns behind her, looking at you three with a fear, a desperation in her eyes. Then a resignation, a defeat. Just for a moment, but it was there. She whips open that door. Steps inside Bastion.
I follow.
Follow before she closes.
Same.
She closes the door behind us. before us, you know what I meant.
No. You're all in there. You load into it like an aircraft carrier, and
The
it
French
sets
word
off.
for betrayal.
You get into Bastion, and you're leaving. Are any of you guys asking any questions?
Colette is saying nothing.
I
Does not elaborate, as the meme says.
I am going to just stroke the scepter with my gloved hands and be like, my pretty.
I am going
Finally.
to start the process of removing myself from the mech. It takes a while.
You guys are like, no, we're all beaten up.
Oh yeah, we should probably help you with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Colette will assist with that.
Chainsaw sword. All right, hold really still.
I mean, if Zara's fine with that, I'm fine with it. But you're gonna destroy the mech.
The rules does say it must be repaired to intact condition. So, however you want to do that.
Well, that's for the escape hatch.
Yeah.
That's for the escape hatch. I assume that there is a way to get in and out of a mech without an escape hatch. It's just not
That's true.
fast.
Right.
So this is essentially the not fast version.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As each of you, one with my precious stroking the rod with the glove on, one of you just struggling to get out of this mech, and one of you being like, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. Zara says to you as you put that Bastion in high gear and you get out of there, she says, without breaking her stride, she says, that was nimble, referring to the man. And his employer, Duchess Mary. Really not great competition. There's the reason why I don't have Citadel anymore. And if you'd like to know more, listen to our companion episode where we spent a good solid chunk of time exploring that. But this is one of companion episodes. It's kind of fun. You get to explore the world a little bit differently in the two games. They fully explored that, so I don't have to with you guys, which is good because we are out of time. And you guys, do you feel satisfied by your adventure?
Yes,
I loved it. Yeah.
That was really fun.
All right. Joining us for, should I read the epilogues? I did have some epilogues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
You guys don't know about Duchess Mary and Zara's past much. Find out about that in the other episode. Man, I think we covered across the two episodes. I think we covered all the endings.
Yay!
And Colette definitely doesn't know anything about them.
You've never met that woman before in your life.
Loki.
Sir, that's your wife. It says right here.
Yeah, listen to the other companion episode to find out more lore. What we have here is one artifact out of 7, right? Ozob?
Yes. Ozob has been looking for the 7 relics of Rexgit. And yeah, this is one of 7. I'm very excited.
And now you have 1. So joining us were Ozob,
I
Nugh, and Colette.
Goodbye, and I've never seen that woman before, or that man.
Bye.
Bye.
It's that part of the show where we tell you about a podcast you might enjoy. Have you heard of Michigan's Auto Talk podcast? Michigan's Auto Talk podcast is Michigan's only podcast that's produced for car and truck lovers, backyard mechanics, and automotive enthusiasts. More uniquely, the hosts are real mechanics, certified automotive technicians who know cars better than the average car nut or gearhead. Each episode is hosted by Al Schwinkendorf and John Puhek. The executive producer and occasional pontificator on autos is Phil Tower. Check out Michigan's Auto Talk podcast.